hello, shitheads! I'm so glad you're here. And let me just say, Hannibal and Monty will be with you in just a bit. So, it's really important that you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Also, look out for plunger points, and if you really like them, cast a couple dollars their way, because this shit ain't cheap. I'm just saying. Enjoy, and thank you for being here.
Previously on
Hannibal and Monty Shit Show!
Hypothesis. Donut gave us $5, and he said live action Batman Beyond, fair or foul?
Oh,
Ooh.
all right.
Ooh. And look, I said this before. Look, it's fair based on who they picked to play new Batman and old Bruce. It just depends. Like, because if you're like, oh, it's gonna be Robert Pattinson and Ben Affleck, but like you know, like Ben Affleck is they're gonna do the face swapping shit or whatever. No, that's gonna be trash. You know what I'm saying?
This is an MFN production.
Yes, sir. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Sing, children. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Come, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody fucking with me. Nobody fucking with me. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Nobody fucking with me. Nobody fucking with me. Fucking with me. Fucking with me. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Nobody fucking with me. Nobody fucking with me. Fucking with me. Fucking with me. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Sing, children. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Come, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Bridge to Captain Picard.
Go ahead.
We've just received word from the fleet. They've engaged the Borg.
Mr. Data, put Starfleet frequency 1486 on audio.
Aye, sir.
Stan is not a great Eminem song.
No, I did not say Stan is not a great Eminem
Okay,
song.
what did you say?
What happens when a masked producer and a headphone-wearing comic book artist get together to talk music shit, comic book shit, and political shit on the internet? Monty. Hannibal the Beat Animal.
Hannibal and Monty Shit
title this time. Hannibal and Monty Shit Show.
Why is my name second? What kind of shit is this?
Hannibal and Monty Shit Show.
Let's talk some shit.
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
There we go.
There we go. And we are live. Are we live, Monty?
We are live as fuck.
That's what I like to hear. Welcome to Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. I am Hannibal the Beat Animal.
And I am Monty.
And this is episode 67. Maybe an episode about...
Never tell me the odds.
Or...
And what the hell is on Joey's head?
There you go. There you
Yes. There we go.
go. Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it a lot.
And today, we are joined by Golden Turd winners, Frank and Bram from the Geek Room. What's up, guys?
The only, might I remind everyone, the only individuals that have ever handed G-Man an L. That's us right here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we gave G-Man his first loss. What do you guys say about that, G-Man?
Damn, G-Man.
We're going to jail.
Yeah, and speaking of G-Man, I made a call, like I discussed it with Hannibal. Thrift Store Dan, you earn 50 plunger points while chatting in the pre-show by saying every time G-Man moves the goalpost, the G-post, it should be called gerrymandering. You get 50
sounds like
plunger
a
points
weird
for that.
sets move that you just don't want to watch, but you have to kind of watch.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I'm looking for the G-post.
Yeah.
Trying to find it.
Yes.
Yes.
So there you go. Your voice went deep again, Hannibal. That's weird.
It did?
Yeah.
That's super. I mean,
Right
listen.
now, Arnold Schwarzenegger is having a hard on. He just doesn't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, listen. I can't help that I'm a growing boy, and the testosterone is just is flowing violently through my bloodstream right now. Okay,
All right.
I can't help that my voice is just getting deeper.
And also, Vapion, you got the same, because I saw those and they made me laugh out loud. Vapion said Hannibal and Monty will be neither late nor early. They arrive precisely when they mean to. Why can't I speak tonight?
Why can't you speak tonight is the question I always ask myself.
Yeah. And Penultima also said Thunderfoot is the only person he claims beat him or stumped him.
Nah. Go up to G-Man and say we gave him his. How about we gave him a second L then?
There you go. Number two.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Still good.
I don't recall these events, therefore they did not take place.
Yes.
Yes. My voice should be better. Is it better now?
Much better.
It is.
Yeah, that's super weird. Oh, we're gonna have to figure that out on the show. We don't have a guest in our house. It's like this is like when you have company come over for the first time and like they open up your cabinet and say, "Oh, where are the glasses? Oh, the glasses in that cabinet." And they open the cabinet and then there's buku roaches.
Yeah. There's tons of glasses.
There you go.
Lots of roaches.
Or in my case, cock rings. So it's just
Are they diamond encrusted cock rings though?
Yeah. First off, who got money for diamond dick rings? Okay, that is just way too much.
It sounds a touch painful.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking about how this is actually constructed, I mean, are no diamonds on the inner piece? I assume, correct? I mean that.
Yeah, I would.
All right, hold on. You also got to factor in the one that I got to be kind of PG-13 that cups the testicles.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you don't want.
You don't have to be PG-13 on the shit show, man. You can curse.
No, I do got to be PG-13. I got a little niece that will repeat everything I say right now.
Oh, all right, gotcha.
So I got a godson that does the same thing. So I always try to say super fucked up shit to him, so he can go around and ask people just different shit.
I have my fingers crossed right now that we hear a cute little voice in the background go, testicles. Waiting.
Yes.
Yeah, I told him the last time I was with him in New Orleans, I told him, I said, I want you to go up to every woman in the store and say, hey, baby, you want to stroke my beard? You know what I'm saying? and just rub your chin. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. And then he, like a soldier, he went up to every girl and was like, hey, baby, you want to stroke my beard? It's hilarious. That's awesome. Oh, that shit is amazing. I am the best influence on children. It's awesome. Like, when they finish being terrified of me, they love me.
Yes.
I'll give E.M. Dubois 100 points. He says my cock ring went double platinum.
Yes.
There you
Well
go.
played. Well played.
Yes.
Bravo.
Yes. So, yes, we're joined by Frank and Brand from the Geek Room. One half of the Geek Room.
Yes.
The A-team.
Yes. We're gonna have the other half in November. Like, I've been talking to Anna on Facebook. We're working that shit out. I haven't replied in a few days. I didn't forget you if you're watching this. I just been fucking busy. It's on my list of shit to get to. So
well,
you notice how Monty made it a point to let you guys know that he's been in contact with the white woman on your show.
and I was also about to say no disrespect to her when I say B team, but I mean Billy.
Yeah. I figured that's what you meant. I see you in the chat, Billy. I still love you, but you know when Brand's right, he's right. But I love you.
Oh. You see the type of division, the divisiveness that he starts. Okay, like that's not something that we over here at Team Hannibal do.
We're not doing teams, though. We're not doing teams. We're not doing teams. But yeah. Let me get the shit.
Clown in the background of my screen up there. Where's he at? You see that fucker over there?
Yeah. You're ready to join the Joker's gang, I see. But
technically, the Joker's ready to join my gang. But
all right.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, but let me get this shit out of the way real quick. We did our pre-show live, accidentally, Hannibal. So
what I did was the pre-show is an unlisted thing that we do. It says we were joined by the Geek Room. What happened? Oh,
yeah, sorry, my computer is having some issues today. So.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, it's all right, man. Skype is hating, you know what I'm saying? And we're not gonna worry about that. You know, Skype, made my voice like it instead of my natural baritone voice that you guys normally have, instead it gave me this higher voice that doesn't represent the amount of testosterone coursing through my veins. Okay, that shit flows through me like that bang venom. Okay, but whatever. It's it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah.
So.
Yeah, so pre-show, you were explaining the pre-show?
So yeah, I was in the middle of a sentence before I was rudely interrupted by Monty. Yeah, what I was saying was, normally when we do the pre-show is only available to our patrons, right? That's funny. Ace Wonder says my godson is in the car listening right now. And hey, look, dude, right now, the next time you and your dad are out and you see a woman, just go up to her and be like, my daddy says he needs your help. And don't ever say what the help is. Just all you have to do, dude, is say, my dad says he needs your help. And grab the woman by the ankle and bring her to your dad. That's all you got to do. Ace Wonder, you are welcome. And for live animation, I am sorry, but that is going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
So anyway, the pre-show is something that we do. One, so Monty and I can test out all of our equipment, so we can be sure that YouTube isn't being a cunt that day, or make sure that the video, the audio, everything works the way it's supposed to work. And then we also use that as an opportunity to talk about the comic of the week, which this week was Absolute Carnage, issue number 4. And we'll go through some of the YouTube trending videos and talk shit about them. Yeah. So that's what we do. And for $2 a month, just $2 a month, you get to be a patron and join us for every private pre-show that we do, that we always do an hour before the main show. But today I decided when Monty was trying to do the pre-show, I was like, you know what? I want the people to see the awesomeness that is the pre-show. So instead of making it unlisted or private, I decided to Robin Hood that shit and share it with the people. You
All
know,
right.
and I'm talking about like the Kevin Costner Robin Hood, not that bullshit that came out a couple years ago. So,
All right.
Men in tights.
Yeah.
Can we
yeah.
settle on that?
Yeah, the Carrie Always Robin Hood.
oh, yeah. The one with Captain Picard is the way I look. See there, something what happened to my
There you go. You're back. You're back.
And
Gosh darn it, Skype.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
being crazy. But that's
Yes.
okay. That's okay. So if you want to catch that, what you saw today, and normally we watch 2 videos. We watch the end of the Screw Up Church battle. And normally we watch whatever's trending on YouTube, which we will be doing Friday. We'll get to that on what's up next. But if you want to catch that shit, patreon.com/5h1t. And if you want to support the show, the link's below. It is 5h1tshow.live. You can also watch the show there, and you still have the YouTube chat there. So it's all there. You can just support through Streamlabs rather than Super Nickel Chat. Like, Nickel Chat's fine too. We take it. And Alan Reyes says, I'm wet from earlier. I saw that.
Giggity.
But yeah, so that's another way to support us. You can also follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/5h1tshow. Subscribe there, follow us there, because who knows what the fuck YouTube's gonna do to us. We might pop up live on Twitch doing a show for some fuckery that happens. Just this week, YouTube told us that we can't have restream.io links in our videos. What the fuck was that?
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we got a warning. It said, next time this happens, you will get a strike. I'm like, bitch, what is wrong with this link?
A strike?
Yes.
Wow.
It said
that's
the
so messed
word
up.
strike. I'm going to post it on Twitter tomorrow to show everybody the email. They threatened me with a strike for posting restream.io links. Like, fuck
Cunty
y'all.
old YouTube up to it again, huh?
So they're not saying like you can't use it. They're just like, oh wait, you can't put the link out in the description.
Yeah,
or something. That's kind of like how they used to do. It was like not too long ago, people were getting like flagged or getting strikes because they were putting Patreon down in their descriptions and some or some shit like that. So it's just like
Yeah, they backpedaled on that one pretty quickly though.
Yeah, I'm gonna post a screenshot of the entire email tomorrow on Twitter. So feel free to share it because it's bullshit. Like, how do I get a fucking warning for a restream link? Like
I would assume maybe there's like a list of or certain links that you can't link to in a YouTube video, but that definitely shouldn't be one of them.
Yeah, exactly. So we're only streaming on YouTube right now because I don't know what the fuck's going on. But like, follow us on Twitch in case there's some YouTube fuckery. We'll pop up live there, and get in our Discord. That link's in the description. Also, facebook.com/Hannibal and Monty. Instagram is 5h1t show, which is the same as Twitter. Snapchat, show_5h1t. Zoe's always Snapchatting for us. So there's weird pictures of me sitting here streaming, and then I'll go and look. She'll send me pictures. I'm like, when did that happen? She's like, oh, I took it of you during the show. Like, oh, all right. Brand will be back in a second. But yeah.
I don't know what the hell happened to my camera. It just disappeared.
Oh, all right.
I fucking love you, Skype.
We'll get it back. And that was Alan Reyes. He says,
yes. He says, Shrek nutted in my tomato soup.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
You'll have that from time to time.
Yeah, and you know what though? Sometimes Shrek will nut in your soup.
But remember that YouTube pictures will take 30 of the money.
Yep. That's what happens with Nickel Chats. YouTube takes 30%. But we appreciate if you prefer YouTube over Streamlabs, go for it. But they take 30% of it. But that's why we,
yes,
we leave
YouTube will give you a false strike and take some of your money. That's how they get you.
Yeah,
they gotta take 30% to be able to send you that message letting you know you can't put that link in your video.
Exactly. But you know what? Streamlabs, like the whole site runs through Streamlabs, so it's I fucking love it. I checked it out right before the show. I didn't know it looked that good. So you can watch us there, check us out, and YouTube might not like us saying that. Maybe I wonder if we'll get a strike for saying that. Let's see how that works. But we'll find out. But yeah, and we also have the Amazon wish list. I haven't updated that in a while. I'm going to spend some time. Actually, tomorrow or Friday, I'm going to spend some time with Discord and the Amazon wish list and get all that shit squared away. All the roles are wrong on Discord. I'm going to fix it. So, that's all our shit. And let's just get into this show. Actually, before we do, I want to go into plunger points real quick. We're doing a new thing where we're doing shithead of the month. Let me grab this. Hang on. Let me reach over.
Yes. Last month, Mike was the shithead of the month.
Yes.
He accumulated the most plunger points in the month, and because of that, he was able to get the web of Spider Monkey, Night
Monkey.
The web of Night Monkey mug sent to him for free from our merch store.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Mike, and who knows who will be the shithead of the month this month. You know what I'm
I
saying?
will tell you.
You too could be a winner.
Yeah, I'll tell you who the top 7 are for this month, and that is only plunger points added from this month. So don't get mad when I get to the top, shitheads.
All right, do 7-1 then.
I'm gonna go 7-1. Number 7,
okay,
with 465 plunger points is Ducking Creepers.
Nice.
Number 5 is Mike with 525 plunger points.
I'd like to point out that that Monty went from 7 to 5 just now instead of
7 to 6.
But go ahead.
6.
I mean,
that was 6.
I'm not here to just meticulously point out every tiny mistake that Monty made. Okay, that's not what we do at Team Hannibal. We are not that picky.
But we're not doing teams. We're not doing teams.
We're not doing teams.
That was number 6. Mike's number 6. And
okay.
Number 5 is actually Thrift Store Dan with 550.
Okay.
And number 4 is Dumb and Dunmer with 655. Number 3 is American Nightmare with 929. And number 2 is Lord Magicus with 1100. And number 1 is our boy Pin Ultima, 1395. Like, I don't know how the fuck you keep doing this, dude. Or I know how you did it this month.
Yeah, well, you know how he, fucking, yeah, he fucking Lord Jamarcus and Penultima, are some very clever gentlemen.
Yeah,
and that's all.
Very clever sleuthing. But
can I just say you guys are like so much nicer to your subscribers than we are over at the Geek Room? Because see, you guys are giving out like a monthly prize for the shithead of the month. Meanwhile, we are weekly subjecting our subscribers to the absolute worst shit imaginable on the internet. I don't understand why anyone shows up. But you guys are nice. I'm gonna come and hang out in your guys' chat. Am I disqualified from like point?
No, you can earn plunger points, Bram. We're fair over here though. So you got to come up from the top. You got to beat Pin if you want to hit the top. Pin Ultima always figures out how to come out on top, except for last month. Mike beat him. So, but this is what you get this month. This is a special one since this is our 1 year anniversary month. This is original art. This is the cover shot from the 1 year anniversary episode. I will send that to the winner. And I need y'all to beat Pin, because I got to send that shit far away to get it to Pin. Like, Pin.
So he wants just Pin Ultima, just so you know, he wants somebody to beat you because he doesn't want to have to pay for shipping and handling. Okay? I just want to say that real fast. Okay? Is this thing on? Testing. 1, 2.
Yeah,
such a heavy pack.
Do you hear me? All right. Yeah. Also, I want to go ahead and say we just made our stream goal. Thanks in part to Pen Ultima, who donated $20.
All right.
And to Angry Roach, who donated the actual 10. He said just to push you guys over your goal.
Shit.
There we go.
All right.
Thank you very much, guys.
I'll tell y'all what I'm drawing for that stream goal when we get to up next. But continue, Hannibal.
Oh no, that's it. Let's go to up next.
All right. Well,
I'll talk some more shit about you. Keep going. That's good.
Yeah. Before we go to up next, we're gonna go to a new thing. And I'm sorry, Frank and Brand, I dropped the fucking ball. I didn't get y'all to listen to this album. But throw in whatever comments you have on it as we talk about it. We're about to do our newest segment on the show called "Have You Heard This Shit?", which comes before everything else. Where hit the intro, then we'll explain it.
Hey, wake up!
Okay, all right.
There we go.
Nice. All right. This week, Monty and I are reviewing a new album from North Carolina rap. I think he's from Charlotte, if I'm not mistaken.
He is from Charlotte.
North Carolina rapper DaBaby, who is not to be confused with Lil Baby from Atlanta, Georgia, or Baby, aka Birdman, and from New Orleans, or Big Baby Jesus, aka Old Dirty Bastard, from the Wu-Tang Clan. You know. So yeah, so just in case you were wondering which baby we were talking about, we're talking about Jonathan Lindale Kirk, aka DaBaby, formerly known as Baby Jesus. He is an American rapper and songwriter from Charlotte, North Carolina. He is best known for his single "Suge," which came out either at the end of last year or the beginning of this year. It was the lead single off his debut studio album "Baby on Baby," which I did not know was his first album. Suge became a commercial success, peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100, and the album we are talking about is his second album, Kirk, that he literally released months later.
Much more
So,
than penultimate tongue.
oh shit! Wait, what did he say? He said because I wanted that. Wait, he said because I wanted that much more than penultimate does.
Good job, Lord Jamarcus.
That's amazing. You should get double pleasure points for that because that shit was hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's DaBaby. Born in Cleveland, raised in Charlotte. He put out Baby on Baby earlier this year in March, and then 5 or 6 months later, this dude put out a whole second album, and that is the album that we are talking about today. Monty,
yes.
Tell people what you think about the artwork for Kirk.
On first glance, this art is bullshit. It's just a picture from his family's photo album. And there's no graphic design here. But as I thought about it while listening to the album, and also I'm going to jump to the end and say, this does not go with the album. It does not fit this album at all. No, it doesn't work. But I get what they tried to do. He's DaBaby. It's a baby pic. I assume of him. If it's not of him, it's total trash. That it better be him.
Really creepy.
Huh?
If it's not of him, it's really creepy.
Yeah, it's super creepy. So yeah, this had better be him in this album art. Otherwise, it gets no points. Like this is like low level bullshit album art. This is just a family picture. They said, what are we doing for the album art? This. But what are we gonna put on it? This.
So all right. So I'm gonna give you a wee bit of backstory on this, right? When DaBaby put out his Suge single, right? I don't know if he had a record deal at that time, but they put the single out and it was doing real good. And the day that his dad was right when he put the Suge single out, he was like, yeah, I don't really know if people gonna like this. I recorded this real fast, and I just don't know if it's gonna be well received. And his dad was like, look, you know what I'm saying? You're talented, you work hard, you're doing all the right things, and Penultimate says, too bad I already put in 20 in the pre-show. And he paid us 250 knock. You know how much money knock is? I don't. It sounds like a lot though.
Yes.
So,
thanks for that, Pin.
Anyway. So I actually do know how much that is. And
he's trying to cover that ship, and I like it. That's why we like him.
Yeah. But look, check it. So he put the Suge single out, like DaBaby put the Suge single out, and he was nervous about how it would be received because he wrote it and recorded the song really fast and just kind of released it. He's like, man, this shit ain't even really mixed. I don't know how people gonna like it. I don't know if this I want people to hear him. And his dad kind of gave him a pep talk, like, yeah, man, don't worry about it. It's gonna be good. You're gonna get your blessings, et cetera, right?
Yeah.
So fast forward, the day that DaBaby got the call from his manager, the record labels, or whoever represents him, and said, hey, good news, Suge is the #1 song on iTunes. It's like the number 20 song in the country, and it's still rising. Like, fantastic. The same day he found out that Suge was the #1 most downloaded, most listened to song on iTunes, it was the same day he found out his dad died.
Fuck.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Fuck.
And he was like, and so he couldn't even appreciate the success of the album. So what he did was he made the second album, you know, and it's loosely dedicated to his late father.
Wow.
So that's why the album is named Kirk, because that's his last name. That's his dad's last name.
All right.
You know, so that's the nature, and that's his dad holding him when he was a child.
I get it. My only thing is, visually, there needs to be some representation of it. This cover's still trash. But if you're looking for the baby, if you're scanning through covers, well, I guess this is the baby, because there's a baby.
Yeah.
So
it's the baby, and it's a baby.
Yeah. So
yeah.
This is a trash album cover. This is my least favorite of all the covers we looked at. I don't like this thing of using baby pictures unless you do something to it. Like Lil Wayne photoshopped his tattoos on his baby picture.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
First off, you don't know that those were photoshopped, all right? Those could have been.
He popped out with them.
He might have just been a gangster ass little baby, all right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
true.
Which is not to be confused with Lil Baby from Atlanta, or a baby that's Birdman from New Orleans, or Big Baby Jesus from Staten Island, or I think he's from Brooklyn. I think Old Dirty Bastard's from Brooklyn, or the baby from North Carolina. There you go. There's a lot of babies in rap music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, there you go.
Truth. But that's what I think of the album cover. What do you think of the production on this?
So I have consistently said about DaBaby that DaBaby is the best rapper in hip hop that picks terrible beats.
All right.
And that stands true with this album. Like, he's a very good rapper, and he picks awful beats. Like, he will get on an awful beat and wear that terrible beat the fuck out. But these are not good beats. Yeah, like, these are not very good beats. And I mean, it fluctuates based on different things, you know, like, because like over time, you know, bad music, the more you hear it, it becomes normalized to you. So it doesn't sound as bad the more you hear it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just as somebody who lives in the world of music production, yeah, his production on this album is like the best production is the best. I mean, there's some good production on here, but by and large, this is bad, and this is representative of all production that exists in this new wave of trap rappers that are coming out.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Yeah, the production is awful. What'd you think of this album, Mom?
I actually found myself really enjoying this album. I didn't get to start listening to it till 5 in the fucking morning today. And I walked around New Orleans until I finished the album, basically. And I enjoyed the walk. It was fun. There was some... My biggest problem is he sounds the same song after song. I'm like, all right, break that flow up a little bit. And then when he sounds different, I get back into it. My standout tracks on this, or track is... Or tracks. No, I'll say tracks. Gospel and iPhone. I really like those too.
Yep, I got those two as standouts also. So Monty and I are rarely on the same page, but we are on the same page.
No. See, the thing about our friendship is we are most of the time on the same page. We just butt heads the minute we are just a fraction off.
Yeah. It's just like we'll agree, like our reviews on albums will be the same, and then we'll just have totally different standout tracks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like we'll listen to the Marshall Mathers LP, and I'll be like, you know, like Monty will be like, oh, I like that shitty song with Bizarre, or I like that shitty song with so and so, and I'll be like, what about Stan? He'll be like, oh, Stan is garbage, it's awful.
See, there you go with Stan again. There you go with Stan again.
There you go with Stan again. Anyway, so look, I think the best track on this album is the intro.
Yeah,
like
I agree with you. Fuck
yeah. Yeah, the intro is actually the best song on the project, and I think he knew it. And what's great about the intro is he raps his ass off on it. He talks about, like, he's got his struggle bars in there. It's a great story because he talks about his relationship with his father, and that's one of the better beats on the project. And Monty, you'll be interested to know, like, that sample that he's rapping on, like the acapella singing that you hear in the background with the beat on it. That's from the NSYNC Christmas album.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Somebody made a beat out of NSYNC singing "Oh Holy Night." They chopped up a piece of that and made a beat out of it.
Shit. All right. I like that.
I feel like being born in 1987 and coming of age around the 90s, I should have known that NSYNC had a Christmas album, yet here I am, totally fucking.
Yeah, but Brand, are you surprised that they had a Christmas album? Are you surprised at all?
No, I'm surprised that it exists. I'm not surprised they would do it. Now I gotta hear it. So is it on Spotify?
Look, their version of "Oh Holy Night" is one of the best versions of that song that exists. Like that was them. For people that thought that they couldn't sing, they can actually sing. You know, it was like, it just, you might not like their songs, you might not like the tone of their voices, but they actually, you know, they can actually sing. And that song was the first time I heard them sing anything that I was like, oh shit, these dudes can fucking sing for real. What the fuck? Like, it caught me off guard. They were at it was like a live performance. It was like one of those, like, you remember like those Christmas variety shows that they would do? And it was like, and ladies and gentlemen, we got from Orlando, Florida, give it up for NSYNC. And then they started singing a cappella. I was like, oh shit, these fuckers can really sing. All right. You know, especially Lance Bass. That guy's really going places. So anyway, I thought the intro is a standout. I agree with Monty. iPhone with Nicki Minaj, that has single written all over it. That like I can hear that on the radio.
And also, I gotta say, Nicki Minaj out-rapped the fuck out of Baby on that song.
But to be fair, Nicki Minaj at one point of her career, and people don't like to admit this, but at one point of her career, she was either the MVP of rap one year, or she was at least in the running to be the MVP of rap. Like whatever year she was on Kanye West Monster, that year, that bitch was like, Nicki had it on her mind. That year.
Yeah, Nicki Nicki came in and I'm like, fuck, what the fuck is happening here? But I also learned one thing from this album. There is a version of the Migos that I can enjoy listening to, and it's the Baby.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Yeah,
I can see that. Yeah. His flow is kind of like a graduated version of what they do. It's not quite, but it is kind of.
Yeah,
there's a song on there called.
He took what they do and did it in a way that's good. Like it's I wouldn't call this a great album, but it's good.
Yeah. This album sounds
it's good
like
with that question mark. That's what this album is. It's good.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, I think the intro is good. I think gospel stands out. I think Pop Star with him and Kevin Gates works.
Yeah.
The song with him and the Migos, the song with Nicki Minaj, that's all catchy. I think the very last song, Double XL, at the very end, I think that was a very smart way to bookend this album. He says in that song, he says, they know Baby gonna blow, he a flute. They know Baby gonna blow, he the bomb. They know Baby was just in Miami, now he in LA, nigga think he LeBron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, like, the dude can rap.
Yeah.
He can rap. You know what I'm saying? When he's on beat and if he diversifies his flow, I think he definitely would benefit from having a producer in his corner. But yeah, he's good. I think
call Hannibal, baby. Or the Baby.
The songs are short as hell. The beats are mostly trash, and he pretty much uses the same flow on every song. But the Baby can rap his ass off. He got dope ass bars, a catchy flow, and I want him to have better production. Monty, who would you recommend this album to?
I would recommend this album.
Who is this album for?
I recommend this album to people that like the Migos, so they can find out that they've been wrong all this time. This is how it's supposed to sound.
All right. All right. I think this album is perfect for dudes born after the Dream Team was created in 1992 that wear either backpacks or man purses and whose mamas would always say shit like, I'm not going out tonight. I'm chilling with my little mans. That's my prince. Like, that's who this album is. That's who this album is. If you fit in that category, then this album is for you.
All right. Yeah, yeah. If you were somebody's prince, it's for you.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. We got through that. Let's get on to what's next. Let's talk about what's coming up next.
Yes.
Sure to make it clear, cause we up next.
Yes, yes. Wait, let me get my list of upcoming shows. I know Friday we're gonna do what the pre-show normally is.
That's what we should call it. We should just call it what the pre-show.
Yeah, what the pre-show. I gotta figure out how to make that shit happen though. But Friday will be that, and then the next Wednesday.
look at Frank's camera. That's hilarious.
There we go. Zoe
he was pointing to the neck, which made it even funnier.
Yes. Yes. Then the next Wednesday we will be talking about the Joker movie and everything.
Well, wait a minute. See, Monty, there you go. You're already skipping stuff. So first off, tomorrow, Monty and I will be on Drunken Peasants. So you can come join us on Drunken Peasants.
Yes.
Or you could just click over to their video, which is also live right now with ours. I thought we had Domain on Wednesdays. That was actually, yeah. So tomorrow we'll be on Drunken Peasants. Friday we'll be doing What the Pre-Show, where you guys get a chance to see. We'll make the pre-show the main show, so you guys can see what the pre-show is all about and why you should join our Patreon. For $2 a month, you get to see the Patreon, so that's dope. You get to see our pre-show every week. And then next Tuesday is my birthday. I don't know if we're gonna. I might convince Monty to do like a quick pop-up on my birthday. I don't know yet. I gotta see.
We can do
I haven't how high I'm gonna be yet, so we gotta figure it out.
You let me know. We can pop up whenever.
Yeah. And then next Wednesday, Monty.
Next Wednesday, we will be talking about the Joker movie and like 4 other Joker movies featuring the Joker.
Yes, we will also be talking. It will be a Joker-centric film episode. So we'll be talking about the Joker movie that I just saw with Joaquin Phoenix and Robert De Niro that I didn't know was in the fucking movie. Yep. That's the best thing about not watching trailers. You just go to the movie and be like, "Oh shit, I didn't know you was in this." It's always like a pleasant surprise.
Yep.
Also
I was in the same boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No idea.
Wow.
We'll also be talking about Batman: The Killing Joke. We'll also be talking about like the animated movie Batman: The Killing Joke. We'll also Return of the Joker. We're talking about we have 2 Suicide Squad movies. We'll be doing a live-action movie with Jared Leto as the Joker, and we'll be doing Batman: Assault on Arkham, which is the Suicide Squad movie in animated form. Now, I won't say one of those movies is significantly better than the other, and I won't say which is which, but I will say the animated movie is the better movie. So I'm not won't say which is which.
And then after all that, we have our torture episode, and I haven't. People keep asking me, and I see all your messages. I'm sorry if I haven't responded. I just wanted to save it and say it live. Y'all all know who won the fucking tournament. What we have to talk about for the fucking torture episode.
Yeah.
We have to talk about Brett fucking Keane.
Yes. Because of you guys, we allowed you guys to vote tournament style, NCAA bracket tournament style, on what the torture episode would be. And you guys overwhelmingly, vehemently, like almost violently decided that we should do a Brett Keane episode. So now this person whom I've never heard of, I have to go consume a whole bunch of his content so we can do a whole episode about Brett Keane.
Yeah, and I'm going to warn you right now, it's not going to be what you expect.
It's an injustice. It's an injustice.
I voted Von Helton.
I changed my Twitter profile picture to promote the fact that Von Helton needed to be selected as the victor.
Yeah.
Because I'm just saying, Like the Brett Keane thing, it's just gonna end in sadness. All right. The Von Helton thing, it ends in copious amounts of laughter. I'm just saying.
See, but y'all already hit the stream goal, so I will be doing a wonderful drawing of a manatee for you shitheads. And you know what? I'm gonna say it right now. No, this is gonna go to a patron. One lucky patron is gonna get this manatee drawing.
I want to do this right now because we got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Frank and Brand, since you guys are guests in our house today, we need you guys to pick a number between 1 and 200.
Okay.
157.
You said 157? Okay.
137.
137. All right.
Let's see.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go with 99.
99. All right.
Okay. So 99 is. So oh wow, this will be interesting. So 99. All right. So wait. What was the other number? One what?
137.
137. Okay. So this will be interesting. Next week. So next week we will be listening to Metallica's self-titled album, Metallica.
Wait, didn't that already come out? Wait.
Yeah. And yeah, but it apparently recharted because so few people buy albums now that it doesn't take much for an album to come out and it re-enter the Billboard charts.
All right,
and
we'll blast from the past this shit.
And we will be listening to Lil Wayne's The Carter 5.
Dude, that's a hell of a mix.
Yeah.
You go from Metallica then Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All right.
And the number one album in the country right now is an album from somebody called Super M, the first mini album EP. So those are the next 3 albums we'll listen to. One of those we'll talk about on Friday. One of those we'll talk about next Wednesday, and then the other one we'll talk about Friday after that.
All right.
Do me a favor when you do talk about the Metallica album, have Pitmonk on.
Oh. All right. Yes.
Yeah. I'm with that because he fucking hates Metallica. All right.
Yes, he
I'm
does.
with it.
Tell him I said it.
Yes.
All right. So those are the 3 albums that we'll be listening to next. And I haven't heard that American Nightmare. Oh, right, because you wanted to pick the number. It's like American Nightmare wanted 144. Hold on, let's see. What's 144? 144 is Biggie's greatest hits.
See, I see y'all and Hannibal and I were talking about this. I want to talk to the shitheads for a second. Hannibal and I were talking about this, and the idea of this is for it to be random, so that we can get some random shit. Like, if y'all are looking and picking numbers, it's not random anymore. That's why we asked Frank and Brand. Sorry, that was
Bland breaks.
Sorry,
Frank and Bland. You see how he did you, Brand? Okay.
So am I gonna have to join Team Hannibal now?
No. Stay Team Monty. You are wonderful, Brand. I love you. That's why we asked you guys blind. You didn't know what you were picking numbers for.
Yeah.
So real quick, tell me, can you guys hear this?
Oh,
y'all hear that?
The Nickelback deal?
No. I'm like my keyboard into my I was trying to see, can you guys hear this right now? No, I guess not. Okay, good. That's fine. That's actually preferred that you can't hear it.
All right. So yeah, that's what's coming up next. So we got through what's coming, but I was saying we're trying to keep it random, so we got to figure out ways to trick y'all into giving us numbers. So I have some other ideas.
Yeah, we're gonna figure something out. We're gonna get like a randomizer, so when you guys give us numbers, it's just gonna jumble that shit up and then give us a whole different number, and that'll be what it is. We're gonna use some significant math on you guys.
Yeah. So now that we got through what's next and all that, I got let's see what we got. We got Brand, we got Frank, Hannibal. Yeah. I got a question for all 3 of y'all. Here you go.
What's up, nigga? You want to talk some shit?
Yes.
Let's
talk some shit. Also,
always
it says we should invite Asynchrony, aka Alex Wolf.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Alan Reyes, I don't know who that is, but I think we should find out who that is. Also, everybody, you guys should go ahead and consensually massage that like button, all right? We talked to the like button earlier, and she's with the shits, okay?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She doesn't have the shits, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta find that G post from earlier.
Yeah.
Ooh, Craig Beats says he says sorry he's late. He just came from seeing the Joker movie. I saw it yesterday. We should talk about that shit,
Yes.
Vaughn.
Yes.
Hell yeah. All right, so that's the first question. Monty, do you have another question?
Well, I'm going to get to the other question. But
Okay.
since we're ready to talk some shit, let's, kind of prime everything up. Let's do the weekly amazing.
We got an amazing this week.
Yeah,
I
let's
love
talk,
weekly amazings.
Let's talk about some shit that Jesse Lee Peterson said this week.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Yay.
Amazing. Racism has never existed. Amazing. 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 A dirty woman. Amazing.
You don't believe there is a God?
No.
And at one time you did, and now you don't.
Yeah.
So where do you get your values from?
I do think there is right from wrong. I think we can do that just by looking at suffering out there. I feel pain, you feel pain. We know it's bad.
You think that suffering is a bad thing, a wrong thing?
Generally speaking, yeah. I don't think children should be starving, for example. And,
why not?
Well, generally speaking, kids are kids. They're growing up, and it's our job to protect them.
But it's not our job, it's the parents' job.
I think it's all of our jobs.
Why?
Say you're like a refugee, and your parents were killed in a war. You're a child. You have no control over that. And if you have no parents, even under, kind of what you said, there's no one there to take care of them. I think it's our job to, step forward and provide a better life for them.
But that's an unusual situation. These other kids who are just illegal alien children who are bringing them into situations, out of wedlock children who have been brought into situations by no good parents, they are not our responsibility.
I actually think they are.
Why? So let me just ask about, you say you get your values from other people and stuff like that, right?
Sure.
And so you hang around with other people, and if they are people who murder, rape, steal, kill, lie, you get your values from those people?
I don't really hang out with many murderers or rapists.
How about black nationalists? You get your values from them?
I can't say that I know any.
So if you were around a bunch of lesbians who are getting their values from dancing in the street,
lesbians,
take on their values.
Oh, hell yeah. I think
You
that's
would
awesome.
Shout it from the rooftops, Jesse.
Sure, why not?
Would you become a homosexual if you brought a bunch of guys dancing in the street?
Why not? I don't really care.
So you would become a homosexual?
I don't have plans on it.
But you would if you were hanging around them and got their and pick up their values?
I mean, it's not a flip that switches like that, so.
But so you wouldn't pick up
switch that flip.
So you'll pick up the lesbian values, but not the homosexual, the guys.
I mean, I'm playing along with it, but again, if I deem them to be good people, why not?
Because today is going to be
amazing. 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 Amazing.
Amazing. Baby.
Can I just maybe we can all join hands here and assume that Jesse Lee Peterson also is against abortion. I'm pretty sure I've heard him speak against
maybe he's pro-choice. How do you know, Brian?
I think I've heard him speak against abortion before. I think I have, maybe once or twice. And I find it interesting how the kid's got to be born, but he literally just said right there, no matter what circumstance comes after the baby passes through the vagina, it is not our fucking problem.
Yes.
That's awesome, man.
Yes.
No, you know what? I take it back. That's amazing.
Yeah, isn't it fucking brilliant? Like how he just gets there. He gets to the point that we all make about this. Like give a fuck about him at this point. Like no, that's not
that
our
guy.
problem.
I bet you he would be pro-abortion if you told him that it would, it would be it would negatively impact the black community. I bet you he would be like, oh yeah, I'm cool with abortion then. I'd be like, would you be okay with abortion if abortion was only legal in African American with African Americans, Mexicans, and and Muslims, would you be okay with that then? And see, that's how you do it. That's how you fuck their heads up. It's like you find you an evangelical Christian and be like, life begins at conception, and be like, what about if it was only for Muslims? I bet you they would be pro-abortion then. And I'd be like, yeah, where's your God now? So I'd just,
they pull out their calculator and start doing some edgeabo, as Jesse Lee Peterson taught us about before. Some edgeabo.
Yeah.
Do a little edgeabo and it'll come up. I'm sure Frank will be back. He's been haunted by the Skype demons.
Hey, man. He's just full of the intellect. That's also another quote from Jesse Lee.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it's so weird. Like when I'm like, do we need to do an amazing this week? Like, yeah, let's do one. Let me see if I get something out of this video. And I'll click one. And I'm like, well, there it is. 5 minutes in, I guess we're doing one. So
yeah, the good thing about doing Jesse Lee Peterson Amazings is you have to do no work to find them. It's just like he's always got some dumb shit loaded up.
Yeah, like what did he say this week? All right, he said something stupid here. Okay, all right. So now that we're through that, and this will give us a chance to get Frank fixed up. Let's go on to my second question, which is, what's eating Hannibal?
Yeah, I got some stuff.
All right.
Often imitated but never duplicated.
Yeah, that's it. OG, original gangster, original gangster, original gangster.
Women drivers, people who talk during the movie, customers who cannot make up their mind while ordering food.
They shit on LA. They shit on Chicago. They shit on Miami. They shit on New Jersey.
New Yorkers, Atlanta Falcon fans, possibly people from Alaska.
They hate Canadians. They hate the South. They hate the rain. They hate the snow. They hate murder. They hate crime. They hate fucking everything. They hate the Knicks when they're winning. They hate the Knicks when they're losing.
Indecisive morons. Blithering idiots. Humans. These people have formed a burning question. What is grinding Hannibal's gears?
Yes. What is eating Hannibal this week? Because there's always something that's pissing me off. I actually had about 3 or 4 different what's eating Hannibals. Because I had a whole Trader Joe's experience that I went on a rant about a couple days ago, but I'll save that one because I don't know if Trader Joe's deserves to be a What's Eating Hannibal just yet. That was my first experience, and I don't want to base a What's Eating Hannibal on a one-time experience. Also, I could do a whole What's Eating Hannibal about Skype being a whole hoe out here because it's fucking with me and my beautiful baritone voice, and now it's fucking with Frank because his camera keeps going out. It's just fucking with us all. So Skype, get your shit together. But you know what? That's not what's bothering me this week.
All right.
So, let me take you guys back a little bit, right? So, not too long ago, I was at a barber shop, right? Now, if you've never been to the black barber shop, you've missed out on some amazing conversations, right? Black barbershops are just a fantastic thing, and these conversations are some of the best. You could go to any black barbershop in America, for the most part, just record that conversation and just post that shit online, because black barbershops are just phenomenal places. They have the best conversations. This is just it's loud and obnoxious and hilarious and insightful and witty and philosophical, and sometimes just a little bit completely wrong. So I was at a barbershop, and these guys, 2 of the barbers were having an argument, right? They were arguing about which college football coach had won the most national championships in his career. One guy was saying one person, one barber was saying one person, the other barber was saying another person, and these guys just proceeded to just have this full-on, full-voiced black person discussion. Now, when black people are talking, it normally is like they'll talk like you'll be thinking, oh shit, something about to go down. But that's just the way we talk to each other. It's nothing about to happen. Everybody's safe. Right? Oh, yeah. So I had to look because I thought the screen had froze up, so I was afraid that I had kind of fucked it up.
I'm checking to see what happened. That's me.
So so the whole time they're having this argument about who had which of these college coaches won the most national championships, I just grabbed my phone and Googled it. Right? Within 45 seconds of their conversation, I had figured out the answer. Now, this was not a barbershop I was familiar with, so I didn't want to jump in and say anything. As it is, I'm already the nigga there in the mask, so I don't want to say shit. So, you know, I'm just gonna chill out, be a fly on the wall, and let them have it. And they have this argument for a solid 45 minutes before somebody decides to Google it. So you want to know what's eating Hannibal this week? Why didn't you just Google the shit? All right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, people use your Googles, okay? Why are you putting posts on Facebook and Twitter asking your dumbass friends how many Will Smith movies there are or if it's legal to drive with your fucking feet? Nigga, just Google that shit, all right? Why are you resharing an unverified Instagram meme about how cabbage juice cures cancer and homosexuality? Nigga, Google that shit. So somebody told you that a famous celebrity or athlete just died and you just want to pay your condolences online? How about you Google that shit first? Okay? Like not this year, but like last year, around this time of year, it was like after Aretha Franklin had died, a bunch of people was like, well, you know, we just lost the Queen of Soul. Today's her birthday, so let's all wish her a happy birthday and this and that. People was like, rest in peace, Queen. Happy birthday. You was a legend, this and that. You were fantastic. You was amazing. And they're posting like YouTube links and rest in peace and happy birthday messages. So I jump in and I'm like, hey, y'all, today is not Aretha Franklin's birthday. And they was like, why are you hating on the queen? Let her have her day. This is that. So no, I'm not saying she shouldn't have her day. What I'm saying is today is not that day. Today is not her birthday. Like, this is easily verifiable information. She was born in April. This is October. Y'all are like a whole 6 months off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not on the right month or date. I just thought that you might want to just know that you were wrong. And people genuinely got bent out of shape with me for correcting their misinformation.
Wow.
And this is just one of those things. People, like, just Google it, all right? Just look the shit up. And what's worse is when people call me and ask me information that they can just Google for themselves. Like, hey, what time does the Joker movie start? Nigga, Google that shit. Hey, where's that Smoothie King around here? Nigga, Google that shit. Hey, how much do escape rooms cost? Escape rooms? Nigga, I'm black. Do you think you ain't me in the shit, okay? Somebody called me today and asked me to help them find a hotel room in Cleveland. Nigga, I don't live in Cleveland. I'm not even close to Cleveland, Akron, Cuyahoga County, or the goddamn Buckeye State. I live in Black Hollywood. I live in Atlanta, okay? But you know what? I didn't even trip on them. I just did my Googles, and I forwarded the link to them so that they could find the shit, all right? So, like, look, you want a hotel in Cleveland? Boom, here's the link. And look, this is how I'm going to end this What's Eating Hannibal. This is 2019. We're going into 2020. Most people have a smartphone, okay? You have a cell phone. You have a smartphone. That is basically a fucking computer, okay? This shit has a goddamn, was it Texas Institute calculator on this shit, okay? This motherfucker's got GPS. This motherfucker's got a camera that can both take pictures and shoot video. Right? Yes. Like, these motherfuckers can give you weather updates and it basically has access to damn near all of the world's information. You don't gotta go to a library anymore. You don't have to buy a series of encyclopedias, okay? You got this, okay? Just Google the shit. And look, you don't even gotta use Google. You can Bing that shit, you can do AOL, whatever the fuck you need, all right? Just Google it, all right? Stop arguing about mindless information. Just look the shit up and keep it moving. You are slowing society down, and that's what's eating Hannibal.
Truth.
Just Google.
There we go. Just Google it.
Just Google.
I seen a message that came up on my Facebook not too long ago about the mother that played the woman that played the mother in Everybody I Loves Raymond. She was like, oh my gosh, she died today. It's like, no, she's been dead for a while now. Like, why are you doing this? Like, you can just kind of look this up. And everybody had to tell her, like, no, she's been dead. How, when she died? Google that shit. So
just look it up.
Dude,
Google it.
It never fails. Every year, someone posts Don Knotts' obituary, and people are like, "Fuck, he died." Fucking Barney died?
Funny thing is, Brad, me and you know the girl that posted that about Doris dying. So we were it's just kind of like,
dude, the place we're from, I don't doubt that there's a fucking just an obliteration of stupidity.
Yes. An American Nightmare, they've been trying to figure out what's in my other cup here. I got a sip left still. It's whiskey. And
Vapion says, I'm going to message Hannibal for all my Ohio needs.
Yes. And
it was such a weird thing. Like, why are you asking me to get you a room in Ohio? Like I'm not the Cleveland specialist. You know what I'm saying? And wait, this is the crazy thing. Like, you know what the answer was? I was like, yeah, what made you ask me to help you find a room in Ohio? It says, well, I remember you used to be a big Cavaliers fan.
That'll do it.
That cannot be your answer.
Like, nope, that's wrong.
That cannot be the reason. There's got to be another reason. Like, that's ridiculous. So yeah, man, just Google it. All right, just stop asking people for information that you can just look up yourself. Just Google it.
Look,
all right.
The problem is, and I think we can all attest to, like, we remember a time when if the library didn't have the information, you were just fucked.
Yep.
That end of fucking story. You're done.
Yep. If you didn't know the Dewey fucking Decimal System, get the fuck out of here.
$3,000. Damn it, why are you stealing money? Sorry.
Yeah, that leads into like American Nightmare, talking about not committing crimes. This is the perfect time to commit crimes. If I finish this, it's time to commit crimes. Like Frank and Brain, you want to do some crimes with us?
Yeah, come do some crimes with us.
Yeah.
What specifically? What type of crimes are we getting?
Just
into?
crimes, general crimes.
You know, speaking of crimes, I have to bring up this thing that you guys have been pretty tight-lipped about, and Frank and I are not initiated. What exactly? I'm gonna bring it up on air since you want to be so tight-lipped about it pre-show.
Oh shit! All right.
What exactly is Pumpkingate?
All right, we're gonna get to that. That's coming.
We're coming to Pumpkin.
We're a segment away. Like you're about to see pumpkin emojis fly in one of these segments. Just get ready for it.
My curiosity will be satiated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll find out on this show. Like,
yeah, we will talk about Pumpkingate.
Yeah,
all right, once and for all, and you get that.
Yeah, the shitheads are savage as fuck, and they will not let Hannibal forget this shit. Hannibal.
The white person in me is kind of liking the pumpkin thing, so I'm trying to get what this is.
Yes, it's coming. Look, let's get to the next segment so that they can find out what the pumpkins are all about. Let's
see. Hold on, wait, let me say. Lord Jamarcus sent us a Streamlabs, a Nickel Chat that says, hey, Hannibal, can you tell me how many World Series championships the Astros have? No problem. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna post it while we run the next segment. I got your answer.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
I'll take it to the next level and argue with your indisputable fact you got from like stats on Google.
Yes, it'll be just like a barbershop.
So that started to be a two-part What's Seen Hannibal, but then I thought about it. I was like, nope, I'm gonna save that one for another day. The people that because then that was the next thing that happened in the barbershop was when somebody in the barbershop was like, yeah, so the answer is this. Then the guy number one who was the most wrong was like, you know, you can't trust everything you see on Google. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? So that's just gonna be a whole, and I'm gonna talk about that. And like when we had G-Man on the show, it's like, 'cause there's some people, no matter how much proof you give them that they're wrong, they're never fucking wrong. That's a whole other What's Seen Hannibal though. So
we'll get to it. But in the meantime, let's find out what's fair or foul. Like, this will be a little fun before we get to talking about the pumpkin shit. Here we go.
Pumpkins are coming in late.
Yes, here we go.
Yes. How big are your balls? Okay, Mr. Rashid. Are they ready for the truth?
Yes, they're ready for it.
That's lovely.
And what's good? And how do they hurt us? Because they love them.
We don't need to give any time to them, Master Stewart.
We're talking about deliverance. See, I'm talking, so many people out there are captives. And I'm talking about homosexual lifestyle.
I was delivered from something like that. I was a prostitute for over 30 years. I sold my body on the street corners. See, I can talk about that sin. Hallelujah, because see, I was wrapped up, tied up, tangled up, and I loved it when I was doing it. Hallelujah, God came and purged me. Hallelujah, God made me get it the old-fashioned way. You just turn your soul unto me and I'll use you. But now I can shake for Jesus up under the anointing of the Holy Ghost. Bless you.
Suck my cock, bitches.
God bless you.
Has the Imperial Magistrate reached a verdict? I have. Guilty or innocent? Innocent. Feed him to the shotguns.
I'm leaving you for.
Yes, yes, yes. Fair or foul. Also, Lord Jamarcus, I tagged you with the link to answer your question. So there you go. There you go. So there you go. And also, just to answer Alan Reyes asked, "Hey Hannibal, can you tell me how many starving Christians are in the world?" Well, when I went to AskGman.com, the answer is 0. There are 0 starving Christians in the world, according to Ask G-Man. It's a sister site to Ask Jeeves, except it's never right. So there you go.
Hannibal is now Hanugal. Good one, Penultima. I like that.
Take it from one of the people, one of the few that has ever handed G-Man an L. He's
There you
right
go.
on this one.
See?
0 starving children. None.
Right there.
Show one. Produce one.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Fuck those fats.
So, all right, the way fair or foul works. First off, if this is your first time watching Hannibal or Monty Shit Show, welcome. We're very happy to have you guys. We are joined by Frank and Brand from the Geek Room. Their link is down below in the description, so click on that, subscribe to their channel. It is fucking amazing. The way fair or foul works. Every day, I, Hannibal the Beat Animal, do a deep dive on the news. I will go to a few dozen different news sites, and I'll read a bunch of stories for like the first hour and a half, 2 hours that I'm awake. And sometimes when I read these stories, I wonder to myself, when I see the end result of the story, I'll be like, I wonder, did they get this right or wrong? Was this the best decision, or was this the worst decision? Was the end result fair, or was it foul? So I'm going to read a couple stories to you guys, and we're going to talk about whether or not we think the shit was fair or foul.
All right. Let's see what we got.
So I know. Okay, so here we go. I got this. I'm ready. Yeah. Let's do this one first. Okay. All right. So the first story comes from Snopes. Actually, Snopes.com. Shout out to the good people at Snopes.
Okay.
A school suspends girl and says, well, you know what? Let me just read the story. Okay, so this comes from Portland, Maine, not to be confused with Portland, Oregon, right?
Okay.
A 15-year-old girl was suspended for bullying at a Portland, Maine high school after trying to draw attention to what she believed was an unaddressed problem of sexual assaults involving students at her high school. Now she's taking the school district to court. Ayla Mansman? Shut up. That's not her real name.
Mansman.
Ayla Mansman. Okay. Ayla Mansman, a 50-year-old sophomore at Cape Elizabeth High School out of Portland, has been at odds with Cape Elizabeth schools for a month after posting a note in a bathroom that said, "There's a rapist in our school and you know who it is." She and 2 other students who left similar notes were ordered suspended. Now, the ACLU of Maine is taking the man's case and calling federal court to stop her suspension. The organization filed a motion in Maine asking for a temporary restraining order against the district, and a hearing is slated for a Portland courtroom. The ACLU is saying that Mansman has taken a public stance as an ally for victims and survivors against sexual intercourse. Now, the school said they suspended her for bullying.
Yeah.
Okay. let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find where is it because I'm trying to scan down to it. Even though she did not allege, she did not allege that she was a victim, nor did she mention any accusers or abusers by name. The other two students that were suspended. Well, no, never mind. We don't want to talk about those bitches. Here we go. Where is it? Damn, where is that fucker? It's in here somewhere. There's a dude that goes to the school that felt like they were singling him out, and he felt like he was under pressure from the note, and had to be taken out of school because of that.
Okay.
It was like, even though here we go. It says the school's principal, Jeffrey Shred, said in a letter to the community that a male student believed he was the target of the note campaign and that he felt unsafe at school in the wake of the notes. All right. Now, just to recap, Ayla Mansman, a 15-year-old sophomore at Cape Elizabeth High School, posted a handful of notes around the school that said, "There's a rapist in our school and you know who it is." And her school suspended her for bullying. So, to Frank and Brand and to everybody in the chat, and now let's have a discussion. Let's talk about this. Is it fair or foul that Ayla Mansman got suspended for bullying for posting this note?
Well, I'll say this. I think before we even get into that, can we admit there was a missed opportunity here to write, well, obviously there is a rapist on campus. I'm just saying there was a missed opportunity. that much I'm upset about.
Yes.
Should she have been suspended?
Is it fair or foul that she got suspended? Now, keep in mind, there's a male student that goes to the school that says, according to the principal, there's a male student that believed he was the target of the note campaign, and he felt unsafe at school in the wake of the notes. Even though the notes don't specify any accusers or any or any victims in the notes. It just says there's a rapist at the school and you all know who it is.
I think honestly it shows the school's laziness to react to the situation at hand. Because if something like that is being tossed around, there needs to be an investigation. If this guy feels like it's about him, he probably needs to be investigated as well, because either way, he's either going to clear his name and not feel threatened by this anymore, or it's going to come to light that he did in fact do something. So instead of actually addressing the issue and investigating what's being alleged, they're just suspending her for bullying.
Yeah.
Foul.
Yeah, how in the hell are they just going to kind of overglance that this kid feels unsafe now because a girl wrote down and says,
"There is a rapist.
There's a rapist here," and he's like, "Oh, I feel unsafe, so I got to leave." And I was like, "Wait a minute, okay, we shouldn't worry about her. We should be worried about this guy, kid if he's feeling unsafe because he's nose passing around."
Yeah, there's lots of things. Like you could say, like if she said there's a mechanic in this school, you should be afraid. Anybody taking the mechanics course, they get upset because, like, I'm a mechanic. There's an artist in this school, you should be aware. Yeah, she's bullying an artist, but a rapist?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, is there a class of rapists? And they're like, whoa, bitch.
She's coming after Rape Club.
Yeah. Like, why are you in Rape Club?
Yeah. You don't talk about Rape Club, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. It's an unofficial official school club.
Yeah.
Fuck saying it, damn.
Yeah. I'm against Rape Club, by the way. Like, I think we should remove that from schools. That's gonna be, you know, when you vote Monty for president, I'm gonna remove Rape Club from all schools.
No more Rape Club.
Yeah.
Woo! There you go.
Thank you.
A vote for Monty is a vote for no rape clubs. Frank, what say you on this? Is this fair or foul?
That's foul.
And one thing I want to bring up is that if the situation was reversed, right? Like, I'm totally playing devil's advocate on this. If, let's say, there was a girl in the school who was believed to have syphilis. And there were a group of boys that posted notes that said, "There's a girl here with syphilis, right? And we all know who she is, and we all know who it is, right?" And it'd be like, and they found the guys who did that. They would suspend those boys for doing that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it would.
True. But would that girl then step up and go, "I find that offensive," if she's trying to keep it quiet?
So I mean, in the same vein, if there were rumors about either person having done this in either scenario, and then this comes to light, then this is passed around. Yeah, and that's another reason I say investigate it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, just it's clear your name. If it's unfounded, more than likely you're going to be found innocent of any wrongdoing.
Yeah. Also, everybody in the chat, let us know if you think it's fair or foul. I'm going to get to you guys in just a second. Monty, what's your position on this? You call foul, right?
Yeah. I'm with the foul.
I got you. You with the foul? Yeah, Monty's always with the foul. So, he thinks all that shit is foul. Let's see what we got. This is why you black people not answering my DMs. Actually, and you know what? I just saw your DM yesterday, and I apologize. I'm actually down. We can actually do the morning wood whenever you want. Like, you let us know today.
We've been trying to figure out when to link up with you and Animancer, Pimp Monk. We haven't. We're gonna let's work that shit out. Like, let's.
Yeah. We'll work. We can work it out tonight.
Yeah.
Let's see. American Nightmare says foul, but Hannibal, congratulations, you're now deputized. Go arrest Monty. I'm too drunk. All right. There it is, Monty. You better watch your ass tonight, buddy. Okay. Okay. I got a hand on my gun, and I'm fearing for my life.
You're like Upchurch. You're like Upchurch. You're always talking about my ass, man.
Kilo says fair if it's true. Wait, did I understand that right? It's fair that they suspended her if it's true that there's a rapist on school grounds?
I think you need to add a little bit more. That's very vague.
I need more information, Kilo, just in case I misread. All right, let's see. E.M. Dubois says, I've been falsely accused of rape. I'd feel targeted by this note, so I call fair. She offered no proof, and that's a deep allegation, and she was vague, which spreads panic. Ooh, E.M. Dubois, add some layer to the add some nuance.
But you do have to take in mind, in consideration, she did not name anyone. That still is a factor, even in that scenario.
Yeah, there's some guilty conscience coming out. It's like, shit.
Once again, it all goes back to, and I wish I had a little bit more backstory. Like, if there were like rumors of this, if there was some preconceived notion that was unfounded, or just any preconceived notion in general that he had done something like that to begin with.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Hypothesis says Chris Hardwick was Me Too'd without being directly named, so I might say fair. I know the police might not do much, but at least try 911. Yeah, that's also true. Like, maybe that's not the method. Maybe that's not the method. Mistaken Reaper says I need more information. American Nightmare says by leaving school and feeling that he was being targeted makes me believe that he may have actually done something, considering they didn't name him. That's what I thought. It was just like it was like, oh, this dude said he felt like he was being targeted by this shit, and then he left the school. I was like, so look, they didn't say your name, so you leave school. That makes it really look like you was out here raping bitches. I mean.
I kind of want a Breakfast Club this and play Guess What Race It Is, because I don't think any black dude in the school is turning themselves in like that. Like,
first off, it's in Portland, Maine. What do you think?
We already know.
You know what I'm saying?
Because like that's the part that confuses me. Like, any black dude in that school, even if he did rape somebody, he's gonna sit down and shut the fuck up when those girls start going around. Like, all right, well, I'm gonna chill for a bit.
Nobody's been named.
Okay.
Let's see. Destruction Inc. says fair. People jump to conclusions. That's true. As soon as I heard the story, I immediately thought whoever. Well, so when I first heard the story, the first thing I thought was that it was foul that they suspended this girl. It was like, oh, she posted this shit, and then, but like she got suspended not for posting the notes, but because somebody at the school felt like they were being targeted by the notes.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, for me, I call foul on her being suspended, not because of, you know, the possibility of her spreading the panic or possibly bullying somebody. I call foul on this one because as soon as this stuff gets passed around, the school needs to investigate the shit. So before you suspend anybody, like do your research, do your Googles, you know what I'm saying, and then make a decision based on that.
Yeah.
And also, I would take into consideration, I mean, if we're going to open the door to what we mentioned earlier, I mean, anybody could theoretically step up and say, this person did this because it was targeted at me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's... Then you kind of have that two-way street of either side could just be throwing out just slanderous bullshit toward the other person. And once again, if the school's not going to investigate, if they're just going to suspend people, that they're never actually going to solve the issue.
Oh, look at my last job, at my, you know, the job I was at for like 8 or 9 years. We had, like, when I first started working there, when I wasn't in a management position, when I was just a lowly, you know, like grunt worker, there were a lot of men in management that were constantly getting fired because like a bunch of female employees would be like, hey, we want better accommodation, we want better bars, we want better opportunities to make money. And if they felt like the men in management weren't giving them that, like 3 or 4 of them would get together and then go to HR and be like, yeah, that dude sexually harassed us. Yep. And they knew that if multiple women all said it, then HR couldn't sit on their hands, and then they would just fire the dude, and then they would get another dude in, and then be like, all right, so look, this is what it is. You're going to either play ball with us, or we're going to get you out of here too. Like, when I first moved from being a grunt to having a supervisory role at this job, this one particular girl had gotten my partner, had fought, you know, said that he had sexually harassed her, which is, that should be a What's Eating Hannibal in and of itself. But like, the very next day, like, we had like, I think it was like a Jay-Z concert, like a Pink concert or something like that. Oh no, it was the Hawks were playing Oklahoma City back when OKC still had Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook and James Harden, right? And the girl came to me and she was like, hey, so I hear congratulations is in order. And I was like, oh, all right. And then she was like, yeah, well, you know, I think you owe me a thank you for getting this job. And I was like, oh, all right. And then she started asking me to give her a bunch of stuff that I was not allowed to give her at the job. And I was like, yeah, I'm not allowed to give you this shit, otherwise I'm gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get in trouble. It's gonna be a whole bunch of shit. And then she was like, look, your partner didn't play ball with me, right? And you see where he is right now. So you can either give me what I asked for, or you could not have a job with him. So I gave her everything she asked for, and then I went to HR and I was like, let me just let y'all know what she just did. That chick just told me if I didn't give her everything she asked for, she was going to tell y'all that I sexually harassed her. So I gave her everything she asked for. So when y'all go by her bar and y'all see all this product she ain't supposed to have, that's why she got it. And I went back to doing my job. And they let that chick work there for like another couple years after that shit.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
God damn it.
Yeah, they fucking let her work. So I know that it's just like, I'm not on the side of just, you know, I automatically believe it because, oh, it's a woman, she said it, so I automatically believe it to be true. But in this particular situation, like, you didn't show me enough in that scenario for it to be warranted as bullying. And the issue in this situation is that the school calls it bullying because someone said they felt bullied. And that's the issue. Like, if you say you feel bullied, then all of a sudden it is bullying. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, where did the actual bullying take place? You know, and so that's there. All right, let's move on.
It sounds like a lot of the stuff on the internet right now. Like, you talk about one person on the show and they're, oh, you're bullying. I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of that. Yeah, Angry Roach says that fool ratted himself out. I'm trying to make sure I got everybody else's fair files. Hrothgar Dane said there was something left out of here, in my opinion. I need more evidence, but she should not be suspended for just a note. Mike says file. She should just go to the police if something truly happened. Yeah, and that's something else to take into account too. Like why didn't she go to the police, or did she try to go to the police?
Yeah.
Hypothesis says women can rape too. That's true.
Truth.
You know. So there you go. All right, yeah, let's move on to the next story. Now, this one's going to be a bit heavier, all right? So this one is, where's the story? Oh, rats, where is it? Damn, where did it go? Oh, I lost the fucking... Okay, there we go. I got it. I found it. This story has been all in the news for the last couple days. So it's on multiple different sites. The one I chose to grab from was from WashingtonPost.com. This is about the Fort Worth officer who fatally shot a woman in her home. He was charged with murder. So here we go.
Yes.
The white Fort Worth police officer who fatally shot a 28-year-old black woman in her home over the weekend has been charged with murder, authorities said on Monday. Now, if you guys don't know this story, I actually have two fair files from this particular thing, so we'll attack these one at a time. The first, all right, so the officer, Aaron Dean, who resigned earlier in the day, was booked into Tarrant County Jail. His bond was set at $200,000. And from what I understand, he is already bonded out. Authorities moved quickly to arrest Dean after he shot Tatiana Jefferson through a closed window in her Fort Worth home while responding to a welfare call in the early hours of Saturday morning. In fatal officer-involved shootings, police seldom face criminal charges and are rarely charged with murder. The prosecution of the officer is likely to serve as a stress test of relationships between law enforcement and the black community, blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Race, da-da-da. He had been with the police for this long. Where's the actual, none of this information, swift condemnation. Where is the actual story of the... Oh, this chick graduated from Xavier. I didn't know that. Did you know that, Monty?
I did not.
All right. Okay, here we go. Officers were dispatched to... let's see. All right, here we go. Officers were dispatched to Tatiana Jefferson's home around 2:25 a.m. Saturday after receiving an open structure call, according to police. A neighbor dialed a non-emergency line to request a welfare check because he noticed the door was ajar and the lights were on, right? So, while searching the outside of the house, the police said an officer saw someone standing near a window, and perceiving a threat, the officer drew his duty weapon and fired one shot, striking the person inside the residence. Jefferson was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, everything else falls the way you guys know. The officer resigned from being a cop. He was promptly arrested, hit with a $200,000 bond. He was charged with murder, bonded out, and now we're just waiting on everything else to fall the way it files. Now, I have two fair file questions here, right? Yeah. The first fair file question is, as I understand it, her neighbor... Well, no, first things first. Let me do the second thing first. They charged the officer that shot her, Officer Aaron Dean, a former officer, Fort Worth Officer Aaron Dean. They charged him with murder. So the fair file question is it fair file that he got charged with murder? Because as I understand the law, in order for it to be murder, it has to be malicious intent involved.
Well, no, I think there's different types of murder.
Well, yeah, there are different types of murder. Yeah. But I think he should have been charged with manslaughter, not murder.
All right.
I think that would be the proper charge. And I think murder, I don't know if murder is the proper charge. Now, I am not a legal analyst. I did not go to school. I did not study criminal law. I am not an attorney. So if anybody knows the answer to this in the chat, let us know.
Someone get Nate Brody on this.
Yes.
Yeah. Where's Nate Brody?
We got to get Nate back on the show. He hasn't been on here in a while.
The first fair file question is it fair or foul that the officer was charged for murder.
Oh, fair. I'm just gonna jump in and say fair right away.
Just
Frank and
jump in
Brand.
and say,
I mean, if there's some type of precedent, like you were mentioning, that's the only thing I can really see saving this.
Well, so the ironically, you know what the precedent would be in this one? It would be Amber Geiger, because they just charged her for murder for the same thing. I didn't think based on look, everything I know about like these charges is what I hear dudes talk about in barbershops and what I see on NCIS. All right, so I only know like this much about it. I don't know what the actual legal ramifications. But like I just Googled it just now, and it says murder is any killing committed purposefully and knowingly. Manslaughter is any killing committed as a result of recklessness, and negligent homicide is any killing resulting from negligence. And he says that, and then he also said that some states classify murders differently.
Okay.
So
I mean, in that case,
if each state gets to choose what they call murder and not, so I guess we'd have to see what murder is in Texas.
Yeah.
So I don't know the
Oh, they kill you back in Texas.
Yeah. That's
for the most part.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds fair to me. Then, like, I get it. I do. Like, that's an occupation, a police officer that I would not want to have. For the simple fact that, I mean, yeah, there are asshole cops out there, just like there are asshole any other profession out there. But we have given them power, in essence. And I think it's just like any public official. You should be held to a higher standard. And I mean, it just is what it is. So I get the job's crazy, but holy shit, if you're that trigger happy, you should be behind a desk.
Yeah,
truth.
There you go. I totally agree. Frank, are you still there, or is he out right now?
I think he's out. He said he'll be back. I saw him in the chat.
I got
the ghost of Frank.
It's okay. Look, sometimes you got to get that mid-show blowjob. I ain't mad at him. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I understand, and I'm not mad at you. For me, for what I understand, I don't know what Texas law is, but if Texas law is what I just read, then I think it's foul. Because murder isn't the right charge. I think a lot of times when these cops get off, they get off on these charges because the prosecutors, the state will purposefully charge them with a wrong charge so they can get off on this.
Yeah.
You know, now in the case of Amber Geiger, and again, I don't know Texas state law, so somebody's gonna have to correct me. But just based on what I know, I'm gonna have to. So yeah, that's what it is. Also, and you know, I want to acknowledge E.M. Du Bois because a lot of the articles that I've read about this have made this like the white cop killed this black person, and I don't know if this is a race issue in and of itself, like, because the cop literally got to the house and he basically like was like, I saw a person, so I pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
I don't know if he even had enough time to know if the person was black or white.
Yeah.
People always think whenever I complain about the police, because like Hannibal has a very strict fuck the police policy. All right,
Yeah.
I went to the school of NWA. All right,
I just told somebody. I just told somebody today that I do not talk to people in uniform unless I see the words Bell, King, Mick, or D's on their name tag.
Bell, King, Nick, or D's?
Wendy's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't talk to people in uniform unless those phrases are somewhere on the name tag. So
I
get
got
it.
you.
Like fuck people in uniform. Like I'm not talking to you. Like they come up,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about if you come talk to me. Leave me alone.
Yeah,
Anything I say, get me arrested or shot. Nope.
Automatically uncomfortable.
Yep. Nope.
And that's a white guy saying that.
Yeah.
I'm automatically uncomfortable when police approach me. So
you're Italian white
now.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know how much the race in this situation is a factor in this situation. But again, it's tough to say because, like I said, I don't know the cop. I don't know what was in his heart at the time. All I know is from the video I saw was he saw somebody in the window. He said, "Freeze, don't move," and then pulled the trigger. Like the whole interaction took seconds. Like it was like freeze, don't move, and then he pulled the trigger, and that was it. And that was literally in 1 second, it was like freeze, don't move, bam, and that was it.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see. Let's go to the chat. Destruction Inc. says fair. It's only manslaughter if the victim's white. Oh, all right. Well, damn. There you go.
Shit.
Shit. All right. Mike says foul. He thinks he should get manslaughter. I think I tend to agree with you. Mistaken Reaper says fair. It's a murder charge. Hrothgar the Dane says, I think it was manslaughter. If you watch the video, I think he might have accidentally fired while giving the commands, but he is guilty of manslaughter. Definitely foul on the murder charge. Yeah, I'm on the same page. Thrift Store Dan had a message for you, Frank. He says, Frank, get your shit together. This is a professional operation.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Frank, man, you got to represent the A team of the Geek Room, man. What are you doing, man?
There you
go. Can't have Billy coming on here and outstaging us with his internet connection.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Do you want them to take your spot on the Golden Turds? Is that what y'all are going
stay
for?
the whole show, damn it.
Yes, the most prestigious award on YouTube. You know what? That's what I'm gonna put on the cover photo for the 2nd annual Golden Turds. The most prestigious award on YouTube.
Yeah. Look. Hypothesis is, I think part of the problem is that we don't have enough people fit for the job. We need to weed out the weak. Not me though. So
I tend to agree with that. To a degree, though, because like I said, that guy should have been behind a desk. I'm not saying you can't be a cop. Yeah. I'm saying like you're not.
Pusher.
Yeah, that's you. Because and how are they not finding that out during training that you were that trigger happy and that shaky?
Yeah.
And, I mean, fuck.
That's something you should be tested for, especially or find some way to know if they're really trigger happy. Don't put them out on the streets because they might shoot somebody. It's coming up rampant now. How about one lady that came home drunk and walked into some other guy's apartment, shot the guy because she thought it was her apartment, but she lived 1 story below him.
Yep.
You got too many people who are ready to pull a gun nowadays, and this is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Now,
I think she should have got more time.
Yeah, a lot of people think she should have got more time. It's weird because they charged her for murder, but it was like they sentenced her like it was manslaughter. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird how that whole trial is just that whole Amber Geiger trial is just weird. But I saw I think Trevor Noah said this, and I tend to agree with his perspective on this. Is I don't think Amber Geiger should have gotten sentenced more. I think that the next time another person comes through that trial, whatever their ethnicity or gender or race is, that they should be treated with that same level of compassion that she was treated with.
Yeah.
Because that's how we I think that's part of how we rehabilitate people in these situations. I don't think that, because there's a lot of people that's like, oh, we should just throw the book at this person and treat everybody poorly, and I'm like, no, we should treat everybody better.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to be held to the same standard, regardless of race, ethnicity, sexual preference, religious choice. Look, if you want to be a fucking Mormon serial killer, I think you should get the same amount of time as an atheist serial killer. That's all I feel like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you said rehabilitation, and let's be honest. If you really want to rehabilitate someone, sending them to prison is like the worst idea.
Hell yeah.
Agreed.
I actually was having a conversation with a white friend of mine the other day, and I bring up his ethnicity for a purpose, because we were talking about gang culture in America, specifically as it plagues various African American communities. And one of the things that I was explaining to him about the prison complex and how easy it is for black people to go to jail. And he was like, well, you know, if you don't commit the crime, this and that. I said, so here's the thing. I've almost gone to jail a bunch of times for things that I did not do. And a lot of times when you get like real time, the only way you can survive in jail is to join a gang. So people go into jail not being gang members, and then they come out gang members. Because that's how you survive, because you can't survive by yourself. So you go in as a regular dude, then you come out as a blood or a crip or a gangster's disciple or a vice lord, or, and then here's the crazy shit, and I was telling my partner, he didn't believe this, I'm gonna move on to the next fair file, is right now it's like if you don't want to join a gang, you can become a Muslim, and then the gangs will leave you alone. So a lot of people are going, yeah. So like you know, like in Malcolm X, like, you know, he goes into jail, Malcolm Little, and he comes out as a member of the Nation of Islam. That shit still happens to this day. Dudes come out of jail and then they come out Muslim. And while they're in there, they don't get disturbed. They get to learn. They get to be educated. They don't get hassled. Like the Muslim, like there's a large contingent of Muslims in a lot of jail systems. So a lot of dudes be like, well, I don't want to become a blood. I don't want to become a crip. So they'll become Muslims instead. But then they'll make sure that you continue practicing after you get out of jail. So those guys you see standing on the side of the road selling bean pies and giving you those newspapers, wearing those suits even when it's 100 degrees outside, those dudes probably get some time. And they was like, man, I really don't want to get raped or killed in prison. I guess I'm a Muslim now.
Damn,
so
we're fucked.
You just gave all the persecuted Christian folk out there a big boner.
Yeah, so I'm just like, so yeah, just know it's like every time we send people to jail for like a small amount of weed, you know, you're probably turning them into Muslims.
Yeah.
So, if that's what you want. Sorry, so that's the first fair file. Now, the second fair file in this thing, and this is the one that really got to me. So I want to pick everybody's brain on this one, right? Now, this whole situation happened because her neighbor, you know, who I think I read somewhere is a black man, and this is one of those times where the race definitely does matter. The cops were called because they were doing a welfare check on her, because like her neighbor noticed that her door was open, her front door was open, and I think he said he saw the lights on. Hold on, where is it at? Yeah, around 2:25 in the morning, around like 2 a.m. in the morning, he said that he saw the door open, and he called the cops. And he didn't call 911. He called 311, which is the emergency request for a welfare check, because he noticed the door was open and the lights were on. So he called the cops on the 311 line, the non-emergency line, so that they could come and check on her. Now, Monty and I, being black men, we're gonna have very different perceptions on this than some other people. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know what everybody thinks. Is it fair or foul that her neighbor called the cops? Because as a black man, I feel like you know better, right?
Yeah.
You know?
I think, why didn't he go over there?
I don't know. It was 2 in the morning. I mean, maybe he didn't want to go over there at 2 in the morning.
I mean, if it's your neighbor, he doesn't have a phone number? Like, throw some rocks at the house or something? Stand on your porch and scream, hey! Hey!
You dead yet?
You good, man?
And when the neighbors come out, I'm like, her door's open.
In no place that I have ever lived in my life have I ever had my neighbor's number. And no place. In all the places I've lived.
I always get my neighbor's
I don't got my
number.
neighbor's number right now, so.
Yeah.
I
ignore
must be
them.
weird. I always get my neighbor's number. I like to know who's around me. I like to get to know them. I'm like, hey, let's swap numbers. If you see something going on, I'll let you know. You see something, I'll let you know. You know, like that's.
Man, no, I'm staunchly against that. The last time I spoke to one of my neighbors, he knocked on my door for like 3 months straight, asking for a cigarette every day at the same time.
Look, see, and that's where you fucked up, Frank.
Across me, so
yeah.
Fuck that.
That's where you fucked up. You just tell that motherfucker, look, I buy my own cigarettes. I don't have cigarettes to give you. We can be cool. Don't keep asking me for cigarettes. I'm gonna give you one right now. That's it for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Don't ask me again.
That's where it ended up getting, and that's when he just stopped knocking on the door every day at 4:30 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
That he remembered.
Yeah, you just gotta tell him. You gotta tell him the like if it's a pattern, like third day, be like, nope, This is not about to be a thing, dude. Sorry.
See, he was really smart with it. He would pad it out, like, maybe one a week, kind of thing, so it doesn't seem like it's too much. But yeah, fuck that anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not. I am. You know what? Not only do I not have my neighbors' phone numbers, I couldn't tell you a single one of their names.
Me neither. Me neither. I don't know any of my neighbors' names.
I do know 2 of my neighbors' names. So
See, I guess I'm just weird. I always know my neighbors. I live around cool motherfuckers though, so this is New Orleans. Come on.
Look, when I lived in New Orleans, I didn't have no cool fucking neighbors. You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck all these people. All right. Well, no, that's not true. I had the only neighbor I had was when I was in middle school and high school, Reverend Dave, who lived next door to me. Like I knew Reverend Dave's name and number in case of emergency. But like when I became an adult and was like living on my own, I've never known any of my neighbors. I used to have a gay dude that lived above me that would blast like contemporary Christian and gospel music at like 5 a.m. on his way to work. Every morning all you hear is Jesus! Yeah! Like, bro, turn that shit the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? And then that particular dude got in a gay fight with his lover, and I just heard well,
those
yeah,
are some of the best fights to watch.
Yeah, it's like, they were both gay. It's a gay fight.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
So these dudes got into a fight, and it was like all you heard was like furniture moving around and people getting slammed and shit. I was like, oh shit, somebody just got hit with a fucking RKO. You know what I didn't do? Call the police.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree with you on that. I seriously, calling the police should be like a last-ditch effort.
Yeah.
It should be something is seriously going on that actually requires them to be there.
Yeah.
Because, in my opinion, no, don't do that. It's your neighbor. You know what? If you don't want anyone to think you're doing anything sneaky with the door open, you got a phone, pull it out, record yourself.
Maybe we need a second group, like a group that's like good with some like nunchucks or some shit that come out, but they don't use them. They come out and they're also good at talking. Like they come out and they can be like, all right, let's settle this situation down. Unless you want me to go Bruce Lee on your ass,
Right.
I'm partial to axes, but
No, there's the sharp blade. You can kill with that.
Yeah.
You can kill with nunchucks too, but
it takes a little longer. You just got to beat them around a little bit. You know.
I don't know. One good hit could do it.
Yeah. If you get a hit in the right spot, you can kill with it. But
I actually have 3 pairs of nunchucks at my house right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But see, something like that. If you kill someone with your set of nunchucks, that clearly shows you intended to kill that person. You don't kill them by accident.
No, not necessarily. Like, if I kill somebody with a set of nunchucks, I might have just lost control of the nunchucks. I might just be bad at nunchucks, all right?
That's why I said
we can't all be Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles.
That's why I said you get people that are good with them, and they go through the training, because you got to learn how to use this. And if you fuck up, you're at fault. That's part of the training. They're not cops. They're just coming there. These are our last resort. They're just sticking in the ass crack, like back of the pants right there.
I don't call the cops for nothing. Like, matter of fact, the last time I called the cops, it was a couple weeks ago. I was out driving one of the rideshare services. I had a customer in my car. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning, bringing this girl to her house, and on our way to her house, as I'm driving down the highway, I see 2 cars on equal ends of the interstate on both sides. Like, one's on the far left side of the street in the emergency lane. There's one on the far right side of the street in the emergency lane. And as I'm driving down the highway, I see a fucking dead body right in the middle of the street. So I swerve the car so I don't hit the dead body. And the girl had her head down because she was all on the phone, because she's a fucking child, and children always in their fucking phones. And she was like, oh, what happened? I said, oh, I almost hit a dead body just now. And I realized that there was an accident and the body was still on the fucking ground. So I called the cops and I said, hey, I'm on this interstate. I'm between these exits. There are 2 cars stopped on the side of the road, and I'm pretty sure I saw a dead body in the middle of the street. Right?
Yep.
I called the cops and told them that, and they were like, all right, sir, where are you? So then they get on the phone with other dispatchers. They had like a 5-minute argument trying to determine whose jurisdiction this fell under. right? It was like Atlanta was like, no, that's East Point. East Point, no, that's College Park. College Park. Like, I don't give a fuck. There's a dead body. Go take care of that shit. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Both of y'all
Stupid
go.
ass. You know what I'm saying? But then after doing all that shit, right? It was like, all right, so, sir, thank you very much. She said, so, how were you involved in this accident? I said, no, I wasn't involved in this at all. He said, okay, sir, and what's your name again? I said, no, we're not doing this at all.
Yep.
And I hung up.
I
said,
have
look,
done the same shit.
Y'all got all the information y'all need. Click. That's a wrap. We done.
Yeah.
Is we done? Is we finished? I ain't got no more talking.
Yep. Yep. See, there you go. So
yeah, I'm not doing it at all. I refuse. You to ask me for my name and information. And what's your address, Mr. Mac? Hang up. Fuck that. Stop. You niggas got too much information already. I ain't tell y'all all this shit.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right, the last fair file we have, and this is great. I actually got this story in two different places. I got this from Yahoo Finance and from Newsweek. This is a great fucking story. So, here we go. On October 3rd, Donald J. Trump. I'm about to say, who's playing it? Oh, I got you. Fucking, I hate these fucking autoplay ass videos. I just open up a website and you just decide you're gonna just make me stream this shit, right? Fuck that shit. You got me fucked up.
That's how they get
you. That's how they do you. All right, so from Newsweek on October 3rd, President Donald J. Trump posted a video featuring a parody of the Nickelback music video, which in of itself has spawned a viral meme. The tweet, which read, "Look at this photograph," featured a video which begins with Joe Biden denying any connection to a Ukrainian gas company, followed by a clip of lead singer Chad Kroeger holding up a picture frame as he does in the music video, but the image in the picture was of Joe Biden's son, and another man labeled a Ukraine gas executive. All right. Now, Nickelback immediately had the video removed from Twitter and YouTube via a copyright strike, but Trump left up the now empty tweet, which has led to a spike in the sales of Nickelback's music, according to People magazine. Now, I switch over to Yahoo Finance. Nickelback may have taken issue with President Trump's unauthorized use of the song.
Now's the time to send in your nickel chats, people. Right now.
Right.
Send them in.
This is the time to send in your nickel chats. I said Nickelback may have taken issue with President Trump's unauthorized use of its song last week, but the band might be getting the last laugh. After President Trump tweeted a doctored clip of Nickelback's photograph, downloads for the track surged 569%, according to Billboard, citing data from the Nielsen Music Group. The president's tweet, which racked up more than 400,000 likes, no longer features the music video clip that was edited to show Nickelback lead singer Chad Kroeger holding a photo of former Vice President blah, 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 this is net, etc., boom. So you guys got the story. So this is another double fair file, and I'm going to give them both to you at the same time. Everybody in the chat, let us know what you think. Frank and Brand, we'll start with you guys first. The two-part fair file is it fair or foul that they hit Donald Trump, that Nickelback hit Donald Trump with copyright infringement, as he did not ask for permission to use the shit? Because as I understood, he only shared like, I think 5 seconds of audio from look at this photograph in the video.
I mean,
Yeah.
So
I'll let y'all go.
Fair or foul that they hit Donald Trump with a copyright claim? The second fair foul question is it fair or foul that Donald Trump made Nickelback popular again?
All right.
Okay. As far as the copyright claim stuff goes, I'm pretty sure that does fall under fair use. At least I would think. It's a limited clip. It actually is altering at least the video portion of what it was. It's a parody at the same time. So I would say that it probably isn't fair. I'd say foul on that. It's doing it for a political move, and it's when you get right down to it, it's a soulless, vapid, fucking sellout band defeating the soulless, vapid, sellout politician in Joe Biden, and that's really what it's all about. And nobody should give a shit about Nickelback or Joe Biden. So foul.
All right.
All right. There you go. Frank, what say you, sir?
Are we talking about the Trump getting copyrighted by Nickelback, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that fair? And then is it fair
So
that
the two fair file questions is it fair?
There we go. Perfect timing.
That is hilarious. That is amazing.
And that was Penultimate
and so-
saying, "Look at this Monty graph. Monty's Nickelback ranking found in Discord somewhere." That's true. My Nickelback rankings are in our Discord somewhere. I'll find them and pin them.
The two fair file questions, Frank. One is it fair or foul that Nickelback hit Donald Trump with a copyright claim, even though he only used like seconds of video and audio? So that's the first one. The second fair file question is it fair or foul that Donald Trump made Nickelback popular and relevant again?
Second one, foul, definitely. Yeah, because no one gives a shit about fucking Nickelback. First one, I'm on the fence about it because, again, we use like material and it sucks when we get copyrighted.
Yeah, I mean,
but then again, this is fucking Donald Trump we're talking about. I mean, you get copyrighted by one of the worst bands. You know, that's how you know you're fucking hated. You know, it's like the first one. It's like I'm on teetering on like I think it's kind of fair, but you know,
yeah.
That's where I teeter on it. I think it's kind of fair because it's Donald Trump, but even though it still sucks anybody get copyrighted, but
yeah, I'm gonna kind of agree with you, but I will say this. I will say because it's used for not just any politician, and I will put this on any politician. I think if you're using any amount of a citizen's music, you gotta pay for that shit. Especially the fucking president of the United States. So fair that he got a copyright claim on it. No.
We got a small loan of $1 million.
Yeah, you don't get to use these memes the same way as us. Like, you're using it to push something. And I don't care any side. Like, if it's Trump, if it's Obama, I don't give a fuck. If you're in that position, and especially if you're running, you don't get to use that. You got to pay for it. It's not free.
Where would you draw the line, just out of curiosity? Like, how high up because depending on what you're talking about, like if a podcast were to use it, they could be potentially pushing an agenda. Look, and if it's like a successful one, they could definitely afford it.
Yeah, well, I would say this. I would say it's not about affording it. I'd say if you're a podcast, you can get away with the shit. I think it's fine. Even if you're a well-funded podcast, do it. Because you're not running for office. If you're running for office or are in office, I think you owe it to the people to give some of that back. If you're using their shit.
Yeah.
That's where I stand.
All
so
right.
I say fair on that end.
All right. Well, let's go to the chat.
I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Like, if I'm wrong, I can take it.
You're wrong. You know. I mean, I got you. I'll let you know.
Not from you. Tell me why. Tell me why. We'll see if we agree.
Well, let's go to the chat first. Let's go to the chat. I'm really just trolling you right now. Yeah. Let's see. Hypothesis says I'm gonna say foul because Nickelback made dirty money. Enough said. He says any money that they make is dirty. By the way.
We can't argue that.
There you go. So give points to Hypothesis for that.
Yep.
Let's see. American Nightmare says foul. I don't want Nickelback to become popular again. I'll give American Nightmare points for that.
Yes.
Hypothesis says too many people like Nickelback where I'm at as is. Yeah, that is unfortunate, man. You know what I'm saying? But look, if you're a mom, you know what I'm saying, and you like rock, like they make perfect mom rock. They make mom rock and diet country songs. So if you like diet country, if you're like bi-curious when it comes to country music, then Nickelback is perfect for you.
Nickelback and Taylor Swift, that's right up your alley.
Yeah. If you like Nickelback, you will probably also love Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah.
True. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Imagine if those two ever made out like just a duet.
Dude, no, a whole album, just a whole big album of collaboration.
And what's crazy is they both make this very like literal music. Like it's like Chad Kroeger will just be like, you know, like photographers. Like, look at this photograph. Look at this house I'm in. Look at that ceiling I used to look at all the time. Man, look at that poster on the wall. Like it's very literal. Like there's no subtlety. There's no nuance to it. It's very just like. He's literally telling you everything that he sees in real time. Taylor Swift does the same thing. So yeah, they like Chad Kroeger and Taylor Swift should just do that. They should just make a song. They should just do that.
Why hasn't that happened already?
Because she's too popular for them now. Like like at the height of their popularity, she was 10. So
yeah.
All right.
But you know what, Taylor? At what point do you lift? You know, just extend your hand downward. And just help Nickelback now that they're riding this wave back to the top. Just go ahead and pull them all up.
You know what, Taylor? I heard Chad Kroeger wants to fuck. You got a whole album in that. Give him a chance.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, you can make a whole
song about it.
Yep.
That would be, man, that would
like
be.
To hear it go.
That would be the best, worst album ever made. If Chad Kroeger from Nickelback and Taylor Swift had sex, had like a mini relationship, broke up, and then the albums the two of them would put out after that, oh man, that would be amazing. Like, because some of those songs that Chad Kroeger made about,
written all over
that he made about Avril Lavigne after they broke up was is fantastic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, not fantastic, but like, you know, it's like it's the train wreck you want to watch. You know what I'm saying?
The beautiful disaster.
Yeah. Beautiful.
You know, if they ever did make an album, Tool will still surpass them. So
yes,
yeah,
yes,
true.
They will absolutely.
Kilo says foul on Hannibal. Not checking the chat for the last question. Foul because it's fair use. No matter who it was, foul. Nickelback should never be popular again. You know what, Kilo? You're absolutely right. I didn't check the chat on that last one, so you're absolutely right. I didn't see what y'all said on that last fair foul. Frostguard the Dane says, first question, foul. Second question, foul. Nickelback is just foul. All right, there you go. Dragon in the West says, foul. No man should have the power to make Nickelback relevant again.
Hey, but...
In the words of the great philosopher and poet Kanye West, no one man should have all that power. You know, and in the words of Lil Wayne, no one man should have all that power if you're not willing to pay the light bill. There you go.
I think it's something you should definitely look into as to like who are the people that are making this I almost said Limp Bizkit, holy shit, this Nickelback comeback. Is it the Trump supporters or is it the Biden supporters? I am very curious, and I think that should in and of itself should determine the race next year.
I think we should. Okay, here's a fair foul question for everybody. Fair foul. Nickelback fans should not be allowed to vote.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah.
Shit.
There you go.
Let me tell you, if you're such a Nickelback fan that you will give up your right to vote by admitting that you're a Nickelback fan.
Look, Remy D, if you're watching this, chime in. I'm gonna click this out. Chime in.
Everybody in the chat, let us know. Do you think Nickelback fans should be allowed to vote? Also, there's 40, 45, 46 of you guys watching, and we only got 17 likes by my count. Why don't you guys go ahead and consensually massage that like button?
No, we got 29 for me.
Yeah, we are joined by Frank and Brand from the Geek Room, okay? These are golden turd winners here.
Yes.
So if you haven't clicked the like button, go ahead and do that shit. Also, I hope Krispy Kreme is out there watching us somewhere. If you are, it was good, homie. I'm glad you tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Yep. If you're there. So yeah, click that shit. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Fabarino says, if I remember correctly, Trump just retweeted that someone on 4chan probably made the original photograph tweet. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Angry Roach says, F Trump, F Nickelback, F the police. Yep, I ain't mad at nothing you just said. And matter of fact, if I had to put them in order...
Except American Nightmare, we like you. Except for when you're trolling us.
First, then say fuck Nickelback, because I think, well, you know what? That's tough. I can't put them in order because that's tough. All right. Yeah. Eager Beaver says, I agree with Marvin on that. Foul on Nickelback. Eager Beaver, get your plunger points. Go ahead and give Eager Beaver plunger points. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. That's what it is. And yeah, I'm also gonna call. So I'm calling foul on them for hitting Donald Trump with the copyright infringement because look. And I exist in one particular world. I want the rules to be fair, and I want those rules to apply to everybody. So if we can use it without getting a copyright flag, Donald Trump should be able to use it without getting copyright flag too. I don't like it, but I think that's fair. And because I want the same rules to apply to everybody. I don't think anybody should be above or below the rules. That would be the absolute definition of fair and equal treatment. That being said, it's also foul as fuck that Donald Trump, made these fuckers relevant again. Specifically that song, because that song might be the worst, not the worst song in their catalog. It's the most insidious song in their catalog. It's the song that because You Remind Me is a catchy ass song that kind of lays in your brain for way longer than you want. But Photograph isn't a good song.
Yeah. I agree.
It's catchy and bad.
Yeah.
Well, Nickelback in general, even as bad as they are, they fall under the same category that a lot of musicians do. Their earlier stuff much more tolerable.
Oh yeah, we did. Look, we
did 4 hours on that shit.
Our second torture episode in January of this year.
With a fan.
Second episode was that we listened to all 9 Nickelback studio albums. So Monty and I could decide once and for all, is Nickelback a shitty band or not? And the answer is they are not a shitty band. They are actually a good band that chooses to make just bad music.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Their ability to play instruments, I think is very well evidenced on their very last album and their very first album that has that very throwaway Nirvana sound to it. The Curb album, there's some good shit on Curb.
And I honestly, I wouldn't even say they necessarily sold out, because that's immediately, I think, one of the first things you're going to think when you think, okay, the music changed to this more quote unquote acceptable sound or whatever. I just think they evolved, because if you listen to some of their stuff in the late 90s, it sounds like almost everything else from the late 90s, but it just sounded better. Now, if you look at what they did in the 2008, it sounds like everything else in 2008. It's just worse.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He broke it down.
Makes sense.
I got you.
Makes sense.
That's how I've always viewed them. Because, Silver Side Up's not a bad album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Just For is still a fucking great song. I will say that.
Shout out to Brand for coming out the closet and being Nickelback curious on our show. Yeah. I bet you didn't know that was gonna happen.
I cannot tell you a single title of any album after Silver Side Up.
That's fair.
Fortunately, I can, because I live in the South and I've actually went to a Nickelback concert. So.
Oh, you did?
But to be honest, it was Sick Puppies and Breaking Benjamin, and Nickelback was headlining. So.
I got you. So I got you. So you had to. Yeah, I've done that before. I went to go see Seven Dust live one time, and it was but they were opening for Slipknot. So I went to see Seven Dust, and I ended up seeing Slipknot because I was there to see Seven Dust.
All right.
There for the undercard. Nothing wrong with that.
But it was a good show all the way around though. So I enjoyed it regardless. I ended up developing a passion for Slipknot concerts. So I've seen Slipknot 5 times.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
Yeah. But here's the funny thing. I just listened to my first Slipknot album this year with the album that they released this year. So even I had seen them live in concert 5 times, I never once was let me go grab one of their albums and check it out.
Yeah. Okay, so that was probably the best album to first start listening to, because it just sounds like Iowa to me, and this is my opinion. Stuff a couple of CDs back before then, it was alright. Some songs are hit and miss.
Not good.
Just some songs are hit and miss. Just got some couple good ones. Then the rest of them was what the fuck did you just do? Yeah. But then this new album is just fantastic.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that album. And Hypothesis says he listened to Sum 41, so he is automatically against Nickelback. That is a very heady joke, sir. I appreciate that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And give him plunger points for that. And that wraps up Fair Foul tonight.
There we go.
Now we can move into shit we don't care about, and we can finally explain Pumpkingate to Franklin.
Yes. Let's explain what this Pumpkin Gate is. Here we go.
In a desperate attempt to fill 24 hours of programming, here's some bullshit that happened. We've got some footage here of the bullshit, which began just after 3 o'clock this afternoon.
That's bullshit.
This is bullshit.
This is bullshit. You know what? This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit.
That's bullshit, Gary!
Send the beat fucking with you. Yep. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a.
I don't give a fuck.
Yes. Shit we don't care about. Now, as just like I said at the beginning of the last segment, for everybody that's watching the show for the very first time, first off, welcome. We are very happy to have you guys. We are joined by our friends from the Geek Room, Frank, who is under me, and Brand, who is under Monty. And I'll just say, well, no, I'm not gonna say that. I was about to say something. I'm about to do some Team Hannibal shit, but I'm not doing it right now. I'm not gonna do it this time, because we're not doing teams anymore, Team Hannibal. So the way shit we don't care about works is every day I do a deep dive on the news, and sometimes as I'm going through all these different sites, my news aggregator sites, AP News, Fox News, CNN, Breitbart, InfoWars, The Blaze, Politico, The Hill, Reuters, MSNBC, Snopes, etc., I'll come across these stories and I wonder to myself, who gives a shit about this story? Who cares about these stories? Sometimes I just be like, I don't get it. I don't know who cares about this shit. So I'm going to read a headline to you, and if you give a shit, if enough of you give a shit, I will read the story. If you don't give a shit, then I will press on to the next story.
Okay.
This is normally our fastest segment, and I will use this as an opportunity to explain to you guys what Pumpkin Gate is. So one episode, and I forget how many episodes it was. It wasn't that long ago, but we were doing an episode.
Oh, they know.
And
so one of the shit has American Nightmare will tell us.
Yeah, we were doing an episode, and I had found this story about I don't even remember what the article was. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Don't do it, Hannibal. Fight it. It was a pumpkin article.
I'm not gonna pull up the article. I just want to find. Oh, there we go. I had found this article. This was when we did our Friday the 13th episode last month, right? And one of the shit we don't care about articles was called "The Best Pumpkin Patches in McHenry Lake and Cook Counties by Crystal Lake, Illinois."
Yes.
Right, and all it was is an article about pumpkin patches to go check out pumpkins, and we had what felt like half the shitheads said they wanted to hear the story, and half the shitheads was like, no, we don't want to read this story, we don't want to hear this stuff.
Yeah.
So I went past this article, as the whole point of the segment, but our fans were just like, oh man, you fucked us over. We said we wanted to hear the story about the pumpkin. Why you can read the story? Now these fuckers are constantly pressing us to talk about the goddamn pumpkin.
See,
right?
I would never go as far as to call you guys right down there. I would never call y'all fuckers. Y'all are loyal shitheads. Y'all are here.
Look at it. The hypothesis. # justice for pumpkin. Penultimate. Team Gore. Danny the Team Pumpkin. All right?
It's all Hannibal's fault. # blame Hannibal.
You look, Angry Roach with the pumpkin emojis. American Nightmare with the pumpkin emoji. Hrothgar the Dane. Team Squash. Angry Roach. Pumpkins Lives Matter. Okay, you see? They're just fucking with us.
Justice for the pumpkin patch article, man. Justice for the pumpkin patch article.
Oh, even the Geek Room's on their side.
Don't.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm interested. I want to know about these pumpkin patches, man. The best ones? Like the best ones. The fucked up thing is, like, maybe one is near me.
Oh my God,
And then I can go check out the pumpkins.
I'm gonna say this.
Man,
I'm gonna say
I
this
hate
right
you
now.
so much. Right now.
I'm gonna say this right now. Even though we're not doing teams, Team Monty's got your back. I'm working on something special for you shitheads. You gotta wait till the golden turds though. Team Monty, we're not doing teams though. And see, for you, Destruction Inc., blame Monty, you don't get to watch when I do it. I'm gonna block you when we do that episode and then unblock you after it's done.
You know, and Destruction Inc., I will give you one of my extra accounts so you can log in and just watch around me, right?
You don't even gotta create a sock, man. He's got you.
Gotcha. Don't even worry about it, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the type of stuff that we provided. Look, if we were still doing teams, which we're not doing teams, if you were a member of Team Hannibal will make sure I will grant one wish for you. I grant one wish for you, right? Whatever you want, I will grant that wish. And I will punch one person in the face for you, no questions asked.
Damn, how can you beat that?
Not that we doing teams.
Yeah.
Like,
No
Monty's
teams,
gonna do something like listen to your problems like a fucking, I don't know, like I don't need a therapist or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
not me. I'm a sergeant at arms. I'm going out here for shit. All right?
Okay, so I'm keeping tally here, and I'm going to tell you, I think this should escalate because Bernie Sanders wants to give you insurance.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And Yang wants to give you $1,000 a month on the whole UBI deal. Well, Hannibal will punch one person of your choice in the face, no questions asked. I'm just saying, like, you could take this show on the road to the DNC, dude.
Yeah, I mean, look, listen, man, woman, or child, regularly able, disabled, no questions asked. All right, whatever.
Dead, alive, it doesn't matter. You know,
doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does not matter.
Thrift Store Dan wants to know if you would punch a cop in the face for him.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Nice one. Look,
Yeah.
Thrift Store Dan, you're getting your plunger points for that. That's a good one.
Yeah. It's like, what am I willing to put my life on the risk? Would I put my life at risk? You know, for a member of Team Hannibal? Of course I would. Okay, I love you guys. I would die for you, motherfuckers. All right, everybody on Team Hannibal. That's the level of commitment they would get from me.
Now you definitely sound like a politician, bro, because that is bullshit.
Yes, that is total bullshit.
Oh man, look, listen. Look, first off, like in the words of the great philosopher and poet Bernard Mack, if you were old enough to talk back, you were old enough to get hit in the throat of the stomach. That's how I feel. Now that we've discussed pumpkin gate, let's go ahead
and keep in mind this is supposed to be the fastest segment of the show.
Yeah.
But I got y'all on the pumpkins, shitheads.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Actually, Monty, I have an idea we should talk about after the show. So,
all right, we're probably on the same page.
Here we go. Shit we don't care about. So, like, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read a headline, and you guys let us know if you give a shit or you don't give a shit. If enough of y'all give a shit, I will read the story. If y'all don't give a shit, I will press on to the next. All right. Here we go. The first story comes from People.com.
Okay.
Lisa Rinna hits back at haters who slammed her for dancing around in a bikini to Billie Eilish.
No.
I don't give two shits.
Nope, don't care.
Nope.
Don't care.
Nope.
Don't care. All right.
On to the next one.
Next one.
The next story comes from LMagazine.com. Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth are reportedly close to a divorce settlement.
Nope. Bring on the pumpkins.
Don't encourage that, please. We just stopped them from making all the G puns like G search and.
Oh, they didn't stop.
Now they're gonna start it.
Well, I haven't seen it, so as far as I'm concerned, it stopped. Nobody cares about Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth. Now, question: which one is Liam?
I don't know. The one
was
that's
he
not
Han
Chris?
Solo? Was Liam Han Solo?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Was he?
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's not with Han Solo anymore.
All
All right. The next story comes from Harper'sBazaar.com. Right. Kim Kardashian got drunk and leaked her own baby news at a party.
No, I don't care.
She leaked her on what?
Baby
Her
news.
baby news.
Baby news. Nope, no bodily fluids, Frank.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, news. No. No.
Nah.
And I see Destruction Inc. and American Nightmare working together with the Cares.
Molly game.
Well, you're gonna need more than that, guys. The next story comes from PeopleMagazine.com. Newly engaged Lindsey Vonn shows off emerald engagement ring on red carpet.
I don't care.
Who is that?
Lindsey Vonn.
I don't know who it is. So I don't give two shits.
Yep.
Even if I did, still no.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, here we go. CNN. This one's from CNN, so you know it's good news. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. CNN, you know it's news this time. Shawn Mendes finally admits to being in a relationship.
No, I don't care.
They put relationship in too.
Wait, that was from CNN.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a slow news day.
Yeah. Yes.
That was at a really weird part in the news cycle.
Yeah.
All
They're
right.
like, oh fuck, we don't have anything. Just put this in there.
Here we go. All right, more Miley. This one comes from LMagazine.com. Miley Cyrus and Caitlyn Carter live together now.
I don't care.
Unless, you know what? Never mind. I was gonna make a joke about them doing things, then maybe, but nope. I don't even want to see that.
No.
All right, and the last one comes from PeopleMagazine.com. Kendall Jenner refused to meet Brad Pitt at Kanye West's Sunday service, and she said, and I quote, "I get so nervous."
No.
First off, you can't say you don't care about that. You got Kendall Jenner, which is one of the Jenners. I don't know which one.
Is it the one that's slightly smarter than the rest of them, or
that's the one that was in the Little Dicky video?
That's a unicorn.
Oh yeah, right. I always cut that part of the video off.
Yeah.
There's one there that actually probably has more than 2 brain cells that rub together, and I can't remember what the fucking names are. So,
Isn't that funny that we can remember all the fucking vapid brain dead ones' names, but not the one that actually? It's pretty fucked up.
All I know is there's Kim, there's one that's older than Kim, there's one that's O.J. Simpson's daughter, and
that's her name.
And then her mom used to run track in the Olympics. That's what I know.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
All right, yeah.
I know Mother's Day and Father's Day are very confusing holidays for them. That's what I know.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
All right. Well,
buddy,
all that. And look, that story had Kendall Jenner, it had Brad Pitt and Kanye West and Church all in it at the same time.
Nope.
I was with you up until the title gave away the explanation of her being nervous. At first I was kind of like, oh, maybe, but then it was just her being nervous. I'm like, oh, I don't give a fuck about her nerves. Just I can't.
Yep, I'm with you.
I thought it was awkward at first, but
Penn Ultima says he donated some money. He says, "Where's my British royal family story at Hannibal?"
Yes.
You know what? He's right. I didn't hit the nickel chat to make any noise.
Yeah, and then there's one from Hypothesis before that too. You didn't hear the nickel chat make any noise?
No, I didn't. Hypothesis just donated money. He didn't write anything. But I will. But you know what? I got you. Don't even worry about it because I always have a shit we don't care about Meghan Markle somewhere. Let's see. You know, there's always.
Why,
I don't
Penn?
have to.
Why, Penn?
These are super. All right. From the story comes from Harper'sBazaar.com. What happened when Ellen DeGeneres met Meghan Markle's son Archie?
I don't care. I don't care.
Is he a war criminal too? She likes to hang out with those recently.
Yeah.
Damn.
Look, everyone is saying that they care. Everyone is saying care.
I don't think they're saying they care about that. I think they're saying TSD just told you to fuck off, Hannibal.
Damn.
All right. You know, I think shit we don't care about is becoming the most controversial segment on the
shit
show for shitheads.
Fine. You guys want this, then you shall get it.
No,
okay?
no, we don't want this. We don't want this.
Because they asked for this. All right, okay. So this is just we're gonna do this. So how many people we got watching right now?
48. 48.
48.
That's what I said.
So come up with a number, Monty. What's the number?
Oh, 48 of y'all watching. I'm gonna say 5. I'm gonna say 5.
5? All right, let's see. Hold on. We're gonna do this right now. Shit we don't care. Here we go. Yep. Nope. We're doing this. This is happening now. You asked for it. This is taking place. Here we go.
I see one don't care. Thank you, Faberino.
All right, here we go.
See what y'all caused? Y'all did this.
Oh, is he bringing up the pumpkins?
I don't think it's. Is this the pumpkins?
Let's see.
Is that what you're pulling up?
Yeah, just go with it.
I'm trying to get. One of the articles. One of the shit we don't care about articles. I just clicked on, so we can talk about that shit.
Pumpkins.
Let's see. Kendall Jenner.
Oh.
Brad Pitt.
Pumpkins. And the pumpkin.
What are you doing?
Here we go. All right, here we go. So I'm going to read until how many people need to say they don't care before I stop?
We need 3 more. You haven't even started. And Penn just nickel chatted to say we need 2 more.
All right, here we go. Kendall.
I read that already. That was Penn.
I heard that one. All right. Kendall Jenner may have millions of followers on Instagram.
Come on, people.
But
2
she's
more.
definitely still able to be starstruck, especially when the object of her star-obsessed afflictions is none other than Brad Pitt. Kicking off New York Fashion Week in an interview with Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show, the model revealed that she spotted Pitt attending one of the exclusive Sunday services.
My hemorrhoids right there. Hold on.
One more. Come on, keep going. One more.
Is it put on by her brother-in-law, Kanye West. He did attend. He was there, Jenner told Fallon during the show. I think he's been a couple of times, but that was the first time he was there when I was there. And I literally left early. I couldn't even. That's a direct quote from Kendall Jenner, by the way.
All right, there we go. We got it. We're done. We're done.
Even.
And also, hypothesis, there was a message with it. He says, look at this Fuji math. I know running out of ideas. Not much as Chad, though. Not as much as Chad, though. All right, there we go. I just saw the message. We got it. All right.
It says I don't care.
Yes. So there we go.
All right, and that concludes shit we don't care about.
Fuck. Y'all are killing us on this segment.
All the shit that we don't care about. Monty, maybe you have some stuff that people do care about.
Yes, let's do this. Let's do this.
BuyingZombies.com, Blog Talk Radio, and Team MFN proudly present Hannibal and Monty's Action News with L. Damon on sports, Keith, the man on the street, meteorologist scientist Mel on weather, and Hannibal and Monty's Action News anchors, Hannibal and Monty. And now, here's lead anchor Monty with Monty's important shit.
There we go. All right.
Yes. Monty's important shit.
Yes. So, this is one of my favorite segments of the show. I'm going to read 3 headlines to you. Or not headlines, but I'm going to, sort of Monty phrase 3 stories that I've not read, or I've read 2 of them. I've got 3. One of them I completely made up. It's your jobs to guess which one is the fake one. And I don't have the command set up right now, but shitheads, everybody that guesses right gets 7 plunger points for guessing it right. You only get to guess once, and so choose your guess wisely.
Yeah, 2 of these stories are true. 1 of these stories Monty made the fuck up.
Yes.
So you get 7 plunger points if you guess correctly, and I've only gotten this right 1 fucking time since we've made this segment. Monty is an incredible liar.
Yes.
So let's see.
Yes. So
also, you guys should just cheat off of Mike because Mike always gets this right.
I don't know if Mike's there anymore. Let's see.
Yeah. Hashtag listen to Mike.
Yes. Yes.
The hashtag be like Mike.
All right. So, which one do I want to start with? You know what? I'll start with a leftover from the Eminem episode. I didn't get through everything, but apparently Post Malone claims that it's only a matter of time before he finally gets to do this collab with Eminem. He said they tried to sync it up for Hollywood's Burning. Shit just didn't happen. So, there's your first one.
So wait, so I'm supposed to believe that Eminem, aka the rap god, is gonna do a song with Post Malone, aka Human Chlamydia.
Yes.
I mean, if Chlamydia became a real boy, that's what I mean. Not like that's what I mean. I didn't want it to be insulting.
Not insulting at all.
Right. So I'm supposed to believe that Post Malone and Eminem, that Eminem is thinking about doing a song with Post Malone. You like, first off, Monty, you a bad liar. That's all I got to say.
All right.
But
all
go.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Frank and Brand, do y'all have anything to add to that?
Look, he got the Prince of Darkness to do a song with him. Maybe he can get the rap god to do it. You never know.
I mean, that's true. Like Hannibal, did you think of that angle?
We never ever heard of Ozzy being in a rap song.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I mean, technically, he still hasn't been in a rap song. He was in a Post Malone song. I don't know if I would call what Post Malone does rap. The same way I don't know if I would call what Future or Juice WRLD do as rap.
Yeah.
I think those guys are singers, not rappers. But
Yeah.
I have, different opinion on that. A lot of people disagree, and rap is being quantified differently than they used to be. All I know is, if Future is considered a rapper, then Post Malone should be considered a rapper too. And I don't think either of them is rappers.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that's that one. I see how y'all feel on that. Shitheads, cast your votes if you think that's the fake one, or you can wait. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow.
Yeah. You quote 5-star Eminem song.
So, my next one, I don't know if any of y'all saw T.I. interviewing Alex Jones. Have any of you seen that?
Okay, you're going to just start this story off with right off the gate, huh? All right, go ahead. T.I. interviewed Alex Jones. All right, keep going.
This actually happened. Like, this is on YouTube. But there is a segment, a snippet of this interview where Alex Jones claims to have actually been abducted and taken to the mothership and met the lizard people. To T.I. So, there you go.
Okay, wow. You know what, though? It's Alex Jones.
Yeah.
That's kind of difficult.
Yes.
I have a harder time believing T.I. interviewed Alex Jones than I am believing that Alex Jones said that.
Once he said the second part of it, now it makes me think the first part of it was true, which blows my fucking mind.
Yeah.
That is okay. All right. What's the third story, Monty?
The third story is, and this is a random one. This is from Wheel of Fortune. Like, there's a guy that was just recently on the show, and when he introduced himself, the host, I forgot the guy's name. Fuck, why am I blanking on the Wheel of Fortune host?
Pat Sajak?
Pat Sajak, yeah. He asked him about his relationship, and the dude basically, like, he just laid it all out, that he's in a loveless marriage for the last 12 years, and he's married to an old battle axe named Kim. So there you go.
I can believe too. Shit.
Wow.
So there you go. One of those is fake.
Free therapy.
All right, so we got the Post and Eminem story.
Yes, that's
that
number one.
Post says that Post says that him and Eminem almost did a record together for his new project, and it didn't happen, but it should be happening soon.
Yes.
Then you got T.I. and Alex Jones, and Alex Jones says he was abducted by aliens.
Yes. The lizard people. He met the lizard people. Let's get it
reptilians.
right. The reptilians.
By the lizard.
Yeah.
So Kurt Connors abducted abducted Alex Jones, right?
Yes.
And then the third story is that a dude on Wheel of Fortune started shitting on his wife.
Yes. 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 Those are our three.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Okay. Okay.
Is the dude on Wheel of Fortune white?
Yes, he is white.
All right, so I don't believe the first story. That's what it is. I don't believe the first story. Eminem ain't doing no goddamn songs with no motherfucking Post Malone.
All right.
You know, I have a verdict on this, and I'm going to tell you my mindset. My mindset is that sounds like something Alex Jones would say. I'm going to say that happened.
It does sound like something Alex Jones would say, but how do you know Monty isn't binge watching, like hate watching Alex Jones all the time? And figured out how to create the best fake story.
I do binge watch a lot of Alex Jones.
Here's the thing. Every time Monty tells a lie, he gets another gray hair in his beard. So look at his beard right now, okay? All right? You see how that shit is all peppered in there right now?
Yes.
So what I'm doing is I'm using reverse logic here. Alex Jones didn't say that shit.
Okay. Okay.
That's where I'm gonna go.
All right. All right.
I'm going to have to say that's way. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's way too much Alex Jones. Like.
All right.
I'm gonna have to go with number 2 being false.
All right. So Frank and Brand are going 2. Hannibal's going 1.
Yeah, I'm going 1. I don't believe Eminem and fucking Post Malone are gonna do a fucking song together. I just don't think that. I don't believe that. I think you made that shit up, because I think you made it up because we just listened to Post Malone's album and then we just did an Eminem episode. So that's the obvious lie. It is number 1 Monty. And for anybody who gets this right, I want to do this right now. Anybody who gets the right answer, you're supposed to get 7 points. I'm quintupling the amount of points you get. So instead of getting 7 points, you get 35 points.
Shit.
3,500 points if you get this right.
Damn. All right. Look at you. Look at you giving out the points. Nice.
Yeah.
Big spender. All right. I see where you are. Well, I will say this. Let's see. What do we have in the chat? We got Emilia saying that 1 is false. Dragon in the West, The Batman, American Nightmare, Vapion, Lord Magicus, or Jamarcus. Sorry, I mispronounced your name. All say 2, along with Display Sport 2. Destruction Inc. says 2. Danny Lisner says 2. Penultima says 2. Juma P says 2. Hang on, let me make sure I get this so I get your points to you. Who else do we have? Hrothgar the Dane says 1 is false, 2 is true, and 3 is true, so he's calling 1. Zillabug says 2. Dragon in the West says 2. 11th Circle says 2. And Lord Jamarcus is sticking with 2. So, there we go.
We got a chat on our side.
Yeah. Most people say 2, and most people are right. 2 is the favorite.
Nice.
God damn it.
But here's the thing. T.I. did interview Alex Jones. Go watch that motherfucker, because we might do a shit show about it.
So it did happen.
That did happen. Okay. Alex Jones never said that in it, though.
Gotcha.
But that was me kind of setting up. Like, I watched that entire interview, and holy fuck.
So now I know what I'm doing during work tomorrow. Nice.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Like, there are points where you're like, T.I., you're not going crazy, are you? But then T.I. comes back, and he's like, all right, there's T.I. again. On his podcast, Expeditiously. So, there you go.
So I learned that T.I. interviewed Alex Jones today, and I also learned that T.I. had the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it always pops up in my timeline. I haven't watched it yet. So I only watch podcasts for people that have been on my podcast. So
it's just good business.
That's how it works. T.I., if you want Hannibal to watch, you got to come on this show.
There you go.
There you go. Displaced Port 02 also got it right. And also, I haven't seen you in the chat before, so welcome. Very happy to have you with us. Also, if this is your first time watching us, say I got 48 people watching, 36 likes. Let's go ahead and make that 49 watches and 30 and 49 likes. So if you haven't already clicked the like button, go ahead and click the like button. Everybody that clicks the like button, it makes it where the show is more watched and more available for other people to watch. And the more live viewers we get, the more YouTube gives us money. You know what I'm saying? So you literally support the show by just clicking a button. And we talked to the like button, and she is with the shits tonight.
Yeah.
She said she wants you to touch her over and over again, but really just the one time until it turns blue. After that, she's good to go.
Yeah, that's...
You're all in here. You're all being entertained.
Yeah.
Any other form of entertainment you have to pay for.
Yeah.
So especially if you're not supporting financially, how easy is it to click like?
Yeah, we appreciate the financial support, but likes go a long way. Thank you for that.
Exactly.
Yeah, we love that shit. That shit's awesome. All right, so we've just about hit the end. I got one more little bit. If y'all wanna check some shit out, we got the last little bit, like how I like to round out Monty's important shit. Give you some crazy shit, or sometimes it's fun shit that I found. Most of the time it's crazy shit that I found. Like, we ended up watching the Gale video here, the super racist Gale video. That was not a fun time. But yeah, this is a different type of weird. But yeah, we'll go in to check this shit out. Let's pull in the very last tail end of the shit show here. Let me make sure I got it. There we go. Here we go. Hannibal and Monty's Shit Show presents.
Check that shit out.
What is that?
I didn't know they made them like that.
I don't even understand what I'm seeing.
Remember that shit I gave you last week, nigga? It's nothing, nigga. It's nothing. It's nothing, nigga. Nigga, it's nothing. This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. Right here, this shit, nigga. This shit here, nigga.
Check this shit out.
Name is Chris the Corner Gunner like, nigga.
Story time, my people. So I want to tell a story about a hairdresser that I had. She wasn't really my hairdresser, but she braided my hair once. And when I'm in there, she's just asking me all these questions, like, oh, you just moved out here. Your family, how do you get along with your family? How many siblings do you have? Which one do you get along with the most? Blase, blase. In the back was her husband. He came back to the front where she was braiding my hair, and he was like a really pretty boy, and she was like, oh yeah, this is such and such, and she introduced us, and I went out to shake his hand, and he wouldn't shake my hand, and it was like whatever she was telling him to do, he was doing it, but it just came off a little weird. When it came time for my hair to be redone, I went to try to get in contact with her. She kept having to change the times. So we came to an agreement on a certain time, and I get to her house, she's not there. She calls me hours later saying that her husband took her to Pier 39 and they ate dinner, and he just loves her so much and all this, blah, blah, blah. She was a witch. You have to be careful who you let touch your hair, because there are a lot of hairdressers who are witches. Just something to keep in mind. Definitely stay prayed up. There are certain people that have always had crazy experiences through their life, and I'm one of those people. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people that watch my videos can resonate with this. And it's because they know who you are. She went in, got the information she needed, and she just cut me off. She thought she was slick, but that's going to end up backfiring on her.
Wait.
There you go. There you go.
The most heard.
It's a witch.
Yeah.
Case closed.
They're witches.
Yeah. I mean,
wait,
like,
she's a witch because she touched your hair?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She has access to her hair. Hence, witch.
Yeah, and she can control you once she gets all your information while doing your hair.
Wait,
Obviously.
so the chick that witches do hair?
Yeah, that's what she's saying. Like,
I need to check my hairdresser next time she know about to do my hair. Like, hey,
she said most
spells.
Yeah, she said most hairdressers are witches. That's how she started.
Yeah.
I bet like stud lesbians be big mad whenever they get their period, right? Like I bet they be like, it's just that reminder, like, nah, you a woman, all right. So it's just like,
are you trying to summon G-Man?
Yeah, I just was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, man, I bet you when stud lesbians get their periods, they be mad. They be like, fuck.
Well, I don't know. I'm not touching that one.
You're not gonna touch. You want the LGBTQ to come after.
I'm not touching that one.
Which letter that would be? That would, I guess, the L's. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm out.
Summoning the L's.
Yeah.
I'm all about the W's. The witches.
The witches. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So is she saying her hairdresser is a witch?
Yeah.
Because of how the hair got done, or she's a witch because
she's a witch?
Because what specifically made her a witch?
Oh, it was because she, the way she controlled her husband who was in the back, and then how she asked for all this information, and then ducked her once she got all the information she needed, so that she could cast her spells.
The husband's called bitch whipped.
Yeah.
So,
gotcha.
But yeah, okay.
The witch and her cucked husband.
Or no, sorry, witch whipped.
Yeah, witch whipped.
Oh, okay. I like that. Witch whipped. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look. First off, all right. Like, did she have green skin? No. Did she have like was she like, did she have Eye of Newt on her? Okay. Like that's another thing.
Yeah.
Did she melt when a small amount of water touched her skin? Did she ride a broom? If she didn't do any of those things, I don't think the bitch was a witch.
Does she dodge houses falling from the sky?
True. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. These are things that I've learned. I've seen a lot of documentaries on witches. Okay.
Yeah.
And
documentaries.
That was
my
all
favorite
the
one
things
was
that I saw.
Wizard of Oz.
Oh, you've seen the documentaries too.
Oh,
okay,
you were about to talk about that one? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Blair Witch Project. That's a good one too.
Yeah, it's a very good document. They never found those kids. Okay, they went in the woods and then they snotted a lot and then died. It was great.
Yeah.
They found the footage. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. See?
Witch. That's what happens whenever, you know what? One day you're getting your hair done at your hairdresser. Next day you're alone dying with snot bubbling out of your nose in the woods.
That's true.
That's how it happens. Really, you gotta watch.
And real quick, let me see. Wait, I gotta find the sound bite. And then, wait, give me, I should have been prepared for this, but Thrift Store Dan just reminded me of something. And here we go. Wait. No, that's not it. Where'd you put it, Zoe? All right. Yeah, normally I make it rain plunger points. And then I see 48 of you watching. All 48 of you are getting 50 plunger points. So there you go. Now let me find the fucking logo so I can change it. Hang on. Come on. Wait, I'm looking for it. It's still going. See what y'all made me do? See what y'all made me do?
Do they get 50 plunger points every time he says I'm rich, bitch?
No.
Because that means to give everybody 300 plunger points.
You know, I should time it like that. Like, however long it takes me to get back to the clip to shut him up.
Hypothesis says I have some very outdated opinions and views on witches, and he says hashtag not all witches Hannibal. All right, look, listen. I'm just going based off of information that I know. All right, like, I mean, I guess Hermione Granger is a witch, and she, she didn't adhere to a lot of those stereotypes. But remember, she wasn't born a witch. right? Like her family wasn't witches. You know what I'm saying? She's a human that has witch-like abilities. Okay,
It's true.
so
Isn't that,
that's the thing that you got to remember.
That's why they called her a mudblood, right? Am I remembering this correctly?
Yeah, that which is a slur that we do not use on this show. It has, you know, like
I was using it in an educational context. Like I don't say I don't say the P word when I'm talking about our Feltish brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tried to set me up just now, and I didn't use it. I didn't. You tried to set me up. You tried to get me to say what the P word was.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say you know, not gonna say that.
Yeah.
What about hand?
And also, it's not the P word.
Oh
Okay,
shit!
yeah,
Look,
see,
Brandon just like he just said the worst one.
That's the word you can't say.
That's
It's
the worst
H word. It's not the P word.
Yeah.
I was curious. I thought there were more. I gotta learn these.
No.
No, it's just we do not call them the H word. All right. You didn't see that Dave Chappelle special when he was talking about how he was making the Chappelle show and he had to go talk to standards and practices because he was shooting a sketch. Dave Chappelle was shooting a sketch and he had to go talk to standards and practices because he used the word in the sketch. And they were just like, and they were asking him like, you know, how is it that I can't say the word faggot, but I can use the word hand animal with impunity? And then they said, because Dave, you're not gay. He says, well, I'm not a puppet either. Oh, it was crazy. It was bottom line. You can't say that, right?
And if you haven't watched Sticks and Stones yet, what the fuck are you doing with your life? That's the best stand-up special in decades.
It's fucking amazing.
We did a whole episode about that, like, you know, a very timely 2.5 weeks after its release.
Yes.
We did an episode about it.
Yes.
Where we broke it down and we tried to understand.
Yeah.
It's a funny thing because when we talk about echo chambers, nobody on my timeline on any of my formats has been like that special. Everybody I know loves it. And I have a trans friend who spent the night at my house a couple weeks ago. Trans friend from New Orleans came in one of my production partners. They come and hung out at the house. He slept in the living room and was just like, I didn't have any issues with that special.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a very interesting thing. Sidebar, I don't know if you saw the I don't know if Monty's seen it. I don't know if Frank and Brand, if you guys have had a chance to see it, but like after the special, there was like a post special where it was just like Dave Chappelle taking questions from the audience afterwards.
No, I didn't see
Nobody's.
it.
Yeah, it's like I forget what it's called, but it's basically just Dave Chappelle taking questions from the audience, and he tells the story about him doing, like he was doing a set of jokes. And there was this woman that got up out the middle of the audience, like while he was telling a set of jokes, and she just walks out. And while she's walking out, she gets up and yells at the stage, "I'm sorry I was raped, Dave." And then she just keeps walking out. And it was just talking about how it just fucked up the whole mood of the show. And like he talks about all of these jokes that he was running and how he had to test all the material before he did the special. And he said that one of the shows he did, there was this trans woman that was in the audience named Daphne, and he was talking about how Daphne was laughing her ass off at all the jokes, and he's like, oh, she's cool as hell, but in his head he's like, I know I got these trans jokes coming, and I don't know how she's gonna react to them. And he was like, but look, if I can't make the jokes to her face, then maybe I shouldn't be making the jokes at all. So he go ahead and he runs the jokes. And Daphne laughed her ass off. Matter of fact, she laughed harder than everybody else in the fucking crowd. He said after the show, he sat down with Daphne and they were talking about they just talking to Daphne, explained to him that she was an up and coming comedian, how she was working on her sets and stuff like that. And then they sat up and talked for a long time. He says they laughed, they talked, they had a few drinks, and then Daphne said to him, she was like, people feel like when you told your trans jokes a few specials ago that you were basically normalizing it for people to make jokes about trans people, but nobody feels like, when you were shitting on R. Kelly for having sex with little girls, that you were like normalizing people making fun of him for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, why do you think that is? And he was like, yeah, I don't know. And he said it was such an insightful conversation, and he had such a good time, and then they started making out, and then it was just a good time. So that was, anyway, I said all that to say this, that trans chick definitely just killed herself like a week ago.
Oh, shit. Really?
Unrelated to that special, because on her Instagram page, she was like, yeah, I'm the Daphne from that Dave Chappelle talked about.
Oh, wow. See, that highlights the other part of the problem. Like, that's some scary shit. That sucks.
Yeah. And I don't know the backstory of why Daphne killed herself. Because I read the story on Huffington Post, and I've been distancing myself away from Huffington Post, ironically, because of how they shitted on that Dave Chappelle special.
Yeah.
Who knew that me and Steven Crowder would have something in common? Yeah, all the critics that loved that shit, all the critics I found that loved that Dave Chappelle special was all like hard right conservative news sites. That was like most of these sites that I do not agree with was all the same people that was vehemently defending Dave Chappelle in that special, which is amazing.
It's a shame.
But
Isn't it funny that neither side even gets it? The ones that are defending them, nor the ones that are detracting them. Neither one of them get it.
And that's the other fucked up part. You nailed it. I can't even elaborate more. Take it. I was just agreeing with you.
I mean, and that's why this Daphne person got it, because she's an aspiring comedian.
Yeah.
It's comedy. That's the bottom line. It's not like a person is just going out on stage and just blabbering and shooting from the hip. It's comedy. It's structured, and it's intended to get a reaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sorry. Like, if you can't laugh at yourself, like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree.
I agree 1,000%.
That's what art's supposed to do. It's supposed to make you feel something and make you think. So,
people don't like to be challenged, and I mean, I understand it, but I wish it wasn't that way.
Yeah. I mean, we can all go to rubber suits and stay an arm's length away.
Yeah.
That's what Billy does. You don't want to be like Billy.
Yeah.
No. Actually, Frank got that wrong. We make Billy wear a rubber suit and stand a foot away from us.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
we gotta get him a ball gag next.
He is shaking his ass on the show this week, right? That's going down. Is the Billy booty bounce going down? Because we postponed last week's show.
Oh Lord.
It's either that or impeachment.
Yeah,
that's true.
Hey, look, if that happens, send it to me, and I'll save it as a shit show logo clip, like the one playing in the middle. When we have him on, that'll be the logo that plays whenever the logo pops up.
Yeah, Billy. The time has come to atone. You're either gonna shake your ass on the Geek Room this Sunday, or we're gonna start impeachment proceedings.
Oh shit!
Okay,
he's got to shake his ass in front of Coctopus Prime too.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds awful. That just sounds terrible. Yeah. That sounds like nothing I want to be a part of.
Yeah.
That just sounds bad.
Yeah.
Coctopus Prime.
Fuck that.
Is it Coctopus or Coctopus?
Coctopus.
Coctopus Prime. I like it.
All
I don't. That sounds terrible, but yeah, that's awesome. Great name. That needs to be on a shirt. Also, real quick, guys, I was looking for the name of that other Dave Chappelle special, and I was like, 'cause I know a bunch of people that haven't seen it, and I was like, well, I saw it. How did you guys not see it? So this is the way it works. At the end of Sticks and Stones, if you let the Netflix run uninterrupted through the credits, it plays an unsearchable Dave Chappelle special called Epilogue, The Punchline. And it's like an additional 30 minutes that plays after that. It's a hidden track on Netflix.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
So you guys should check. It's dope as hell because it's Dave, like, kind of running some of the bits that got cut from the special, and it's him taking questions from the audience. And there's some real cool stuff in it. But the Daphne part is, the best part of it. But it's cool. It's a real cool thing. I think it's definitely worth it for everybody. to check out. Well, I think we have come to the end of another successful shit show.
Yes. There we go.
You
We
know,
did it.
so too. Yeah. Oh, and real quick, I gotta read this from Dragon in the West. He says most of the witches I've encountered are peppy goth girls who are really into Egyptian iconography. Iconography. I hope I said that right.
Yeah, I think you got it
I
right.
don't think that they'd be doing a woman's hair. Also in Harry Potter, you either are or aren't a mage. Muggleborns are recessive witches and wizards. Thank you, Dragon in
See?
the West. He donated $2, but give him like 20 points just for the just for knowing so much about Harry Potter. I myself am a Hufflepuff, so you know I don't really know about all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? All we do is fuck bitches. All we do is fuck bitches and get money. So that's all that is.
All right.
Hufflepuff was the only house before they integrated the houses. It was the only house that allowed black witches and wizards. So that's why I fuck with them the heaviest. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I fuck with them. And you know, not to perpetuate the stereotype about black witches and wizards, but they also had the best fried chicken in the hall of, you know, that kitchen of invisible meats and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had the ghosts that would just randomly pop up at dinner time and shit. The best.
Yeah. I can believe that.
You know, also in Hogwarts, you know how they would have like those paintings that was like alive and could talk to you and shit. Was that like the equivalent of like the Hogwarts version of like man would send bad people to? Was that like the Phantom Zone but for like Hogwarts, or were those like sentient paintings?
See, I always wondered that too. I don't know.
Does anybody know the answers to that? Are they sentient paintings or are they people being punished?
J.K. Rowling's out here telling us everyone's, you know, sexual preference in the story, but she's leaving out those potent details. Come on.
Yeah.
What the fuck did you write on that napkin?
Yeah.
And if Biggie and Tupac are in those paintings, are they still alive or?
Yeah. Oh, it's like and see this is what I need to know, because like if they're sentient paintings, then my follow-up question is: if you made a painting of Tupac or Biggie, would they have all the memories of Tupac and Biggie? You know what I'm saying? Or like how much do they know or retain? I have so many questions that weren't answered in this but you know, before we get into, you know, all this Harry Potter lore, Frank and Brand from the Geek Room, it has been a pleasure having you guys on. Would you like to tell these people what you guys going on next, where they can find you guys, and why they should follow and subscribe and like your channel?
Yes.
Yeah, you want to do it, Brian? You want me to do it?
I kind of already started. You can just pick up, I guess, whatever I don't remember to say, because it always happens that way. Yeah. So I know we will be on this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna have Coctopus Prime from the Goddamn Podcast.
There you go.
It is Judgment Day for Billy, as we alluded to earlier. He will either hashtag Billy Booty Bounce. For those of you who don't know, Billy has a voluptuous Puerto Rican ass, and we're going to see it on the stream.
Oh, man.
Either that's going to happen, or I'm going to Pelosi the fuck out of him, and we're going to start impeachment proceedings. All right, Billy?
Shit. All right.
Yeah, is anything else, Frank? Did I miss anything there?
I think you got it all. I mean, shit. Coctopus Prime, Billy Booty Bounce, 1 p.m. We're good.
Nice. Nice. That's on Sunday? There you go, shitheads.
That's on Sunday.
Yes. Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern. The Geek Room.
Yes. Represent, shitheads. Show up in that chat. And you'll earn plunger points. I'll pop in and check and see what shitheads are there. See?
Yeah.
See that? There you go. So, there we go. Hannibal, you got anything else to say?
No, I mean, this was a great show. Thank you guys. Thank you, Frank and Brand, for being a part of the show. We love you guys. We love the Geek Room. You guys are awesome. You guys are actually part of the reason that we've been able to grow our channel to the level, because it was your cosign that actually helped get us to some other places. We definitely wildly appreciate you guys for that. Yeah. And you guys are always welcome on our show, you know, whenever you guys want to. If you guys just randomly hit us up on Skype while we're doing a live show, you guys can just be on the show. That was actually actually how we got Drag and G-Man on the channel at the same time.
Yeah.
So that was literally how that happened. So you know, you guys are always welcome. Thank you guys to everybody that's in the chat: Penultima, American Nightmare, Fabrino, Mike, who was here and then had to leave, Kilo, Red Eye, Pimp Monk, who was here briefly, Lord Jamarcus, Juma P, 11th Circle, Mistaken Reaper, Hrothgar the Dane, Thrift Store Dan, Gila Bun, Gila Bug, the Batman, etc., Hypothesis, etc., Vapion. Thank you guys for tuning into our channel. We appreciate you guys. Like I said, like this show that we do is just what me and Monty do on a regular basis, you know, and then, you know, all we do is like, these are the regular conversations that we have, and now we just film them. We just record ourselves doing them and have those conversations in front of y'all. So I'm glad that you guys enjoy what we're doing, and we hope you guys to continue to support what we do. Like and share the stream. Get those plunger points so you guys can, get those plunger points so you can be the shithead of the month, and then get something real cool from our merch store. Monty and I are working on something real cool, hopefully that we can put out on my birthday. Monty, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yes.
And just real quick, Monty, I'm just curious. The last time we talked about Star Trek, because I've been noticing this video in the background of our channel all night. Yeah. And I was just thinking about something, right? Because I remember asking you a question a while ago. I said, if you were to take all the women from the Star Trek universe, put them in order from most attractive to least attractive, who would be your top three? You said that, Deanna Troi, was in there, but you said Uhura was your number one. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Which is the black woman in space, which caught me off guard. Yeah. And yet, the video you have in the background is of a white woman, Monty. Okay. So, maybe you'd like to explain to the people why you said that the woman that you felt was the most attractive woman in the Star Trek universe was a black woman, but in the gift you have in the background, you got somebody else of the caucus persuasion. Monty, would you like to
cut to the pumpkin? Cut to the pumpkin.
Yeah. All right. You know what? Let me explain real quick. Hang on. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I love this. I wait with bated breath, Monty.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna explain, and my answer is,
this was a shit show.
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking.
Sweet Halloween and collard greens.